I have this as session 99.
Yeah.
9. So most recently in Eridon, you all, the
Wait,
Forsaken
what?
Ones,
Yes.
finally pushed your way carefully into the cellar space beneath Mersenia. One of these old estate keeps retroactively turned into a barracks of some kind for the Durastian army. Where your war allies have been imprisoned here after a previous loss, probably about a month ago or so. After scouting the area carefully, and then moving to strike, you all dispatched the guards and knights above, as well as the one guard watching over the vicinity, and you removed their threat of attention to the prisoners yourselves and threat of any weird fire detonation in the space that could have been catastrophic for all of you and your allies. You also availed your allies of safe passage and retreat into the secure tunnels that you all emerged into that space from. Then, speaking with various allies of Beastfolk, Birdfolk, Selethar, Noras, and communication with the Treant, Wild Sage Blossom, you all were able to gather allies to your side, so that you could coordinate your gate assault above, which is currently still raging on.
What's the date?
The date is a question I will answer later.
Jesus.
He does.
But we'll pick
What a
things back up
poser.
here.
Top of the round. I don't know who's up.
It is top of the round. Do not remember if Telperion already made a tactician move or not.
No. Wait. Yes.
Yes.
I moved
I
Rome.
do think you pulled Rome up. So
I felt bad
perfect.
not moving Tim. Tim reset.
Leaving me at the bottom of an initiative.
I did it specifically so Rome could fireball the 3 that are in one spot. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
they'll all scatter if I don't move
Yep.
her.
Very tactical of you.
Yep. After a heavy blow to those units by Jiri previously with a Mind Thunderclap. But at the top of the round, it appears that some reinforcements are showing up. You hear marching footsteps of coming down from the ramparts above, giving attention to your allies. So a squad has entered the fray down here, as well as a Wyvern Knight flying up and over a portion of the city wall over from the side. And they are the first to act. They are going
Can we
to
pause?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does everyone want to say HP? Like, it's just been a week since we played, and like we might not be like, oh yeah, I remember Mike took a lot of damage. I'm at
How's
7 out of 90.
everyone looking?
I'm at 71 out of 80.
I'm similar. My unit took some decent damage, but they should be doing better now.
I'm not looking like anything because I'm invisible.
And your unit is.
And my unit's in tatters.
Jiri looks perfectly fine, but his unit is
retreated, right?
destroyed and has fled.
My unit, I don't think has been touched.
I so far don't think the Selethar have been targeted.
And we all should pull up our
Oh,
if
you're
we still
right.
got our thing.
That's yes, as well as if everyone can pull up their text with me that they had last. Hopefully, you all have those stat blocks available to facilitate some smooth turn taking here. But to begin, this Wyvern Knight entering the fray will dash, moving to this space and targeting this squad of beast folk with their lance. Their momentum will empower their strike as they begin to make 2 attacks, which do have advantage against unmounted combatants. So we'll do 2 attacks here. First strike,
Battle hit.
25 to hit that unit, 15 damage. However, they do have resistance to piercing damage because they are a squad, and this individual is not a squad. So that'll be 7. Oh, well, it's 15 plus the momentum of a 5 bonus. So it's actually 20 damage reduced to 10
Gotcha.
to that squad. And then they will actually continue their movement, not provoking an attack of opportunity from that squad with their momentum before arriving closer here to Rome. And they will make 1 attack at you, Rome. still with advantage per unmounted combatant they're targeting.
They saw Rome winding up her fireball.
Yes, indeed. 18 to hit you, Rome. Will that hit you?
Yep.
Not too much damage on that. Stab, just 7 damage to you. And then they will continue flying away and upward. We'll say cresting about 20 feet into the air. And then reassessing the state of the battlefield. That will do it for their turn. Roulette. Looks like you are the first in initiative order to act.
Do our unit things get attack of opportunity?
Yes, they can attack with opportunity.
Oh, mine would have liked to then against that.
They
Wait,
could
you were
not. I
over.
specified
Yep,
their
yep.
momentum feature does
Yep.
not allow attack of opportunities.
Wait, so as that guy left where I was, I can't attack him?
Unfortunately, not. That specific target is
Range people,
immune.
target that guy because we're not going to slash at him easily.
Critter, just question for my bird folk. They can shoot here, right? Like it's hold on, I just want to make sure I'm reading this right.
Telethar can target that dude.
Like this wall, they could well, I'll figure it out. Never mind. I'm gonna go first, and I am going to continue doing what I have been doing.
We'll say this space of dead Durastians is difficult terrain, as many bodies lie on the ground before you. But
Got it.
you're also with flying boots, so that.
I'm at 10 feet off the ground right now. I am gonna
Perfect.
go. I'm gonna go another 10 feet up,
Okay.
and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's because that's 20, 30.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5,
So
6.
I
yeah.
am 20 feet up in the air, and I'm going to target this point right here with a Call Lightning.
Okay.
Less than a minute, swap. DC 17 Dexterity saving throw.
Dex
Actually-
save from both the.
Wait.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to hold my action to do the Call Lightning.
Okay. You're preparing to loose that action to call the lightning.
Yes.
Upon what trigger?
Right after the bird folk launch their spears.
Very clever. Okay. You hold
Um,
your action, anything with your bonus action.
Bonus action. I'm going to shout some commands down to Daisy, who has 40 feet of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
As a reminder for everybody, I have my boots on,
Oh,
so
actually,
be careful if you get next to me.
2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
Especially for concentrators.
Facts.
Oh, you're very true. I'm actually. Daisy's going to stay back there. Nope, nothing with the bonus action, because I don't want Daisy to come up there too much. She's just going to scoot over here. Bird folk are going to shoot right over here. DC 14 dexterity saving throw from both of those, from the squad and from the dude.
As your Auracor loose their things? Sorry, was it Daisy doing something right now?
Oh, sorry, Auracor just tossing their spears.
Perfect.
DC 14, and it's
All right.
3.
We'll do Dex save for the squadron. Dex save for the spell rider.
0.
And
Dude,
he has
God.
a thing that could affect something, but I don't know that. Nope, that does not affect anything. What are we working with? 18 and 18. Okay, so I guess they both succeed.
Yeah.
Taking half the damage from the spears, I imagine.
Yep.
However, at least that is not halved. The squadron you are attacking, even with limited effectiveness in their spears, enough spears hit. That squad is looking very rough.
And as the spears land, so does a bolt of lightning. DC 17 dexterity saving throw, please.
Perfect for both of them as well.
Yes, same exact spot.
Boom and boom. Fail on both counts. Describe for me how your call of lightning destroys destroys the remainder of that squadron as it also injures the Mage Rider.
I imagine like the first spear hits and they're like, "Oh, this isn't too bad." Then the second spear, and then like a third one comes down at the same time. The bolt of lightning comes down, and just like fries half of them.
Perfect.
End of turn.
As you call your lightning, which isn't technically a casting a spell or attacking, so I don't think it breaks your invisibility. However, I did look up. The Mage Rider is a mage that understands certain thresholds and requirements for spells, and he can at least hear you conjure the bolt. So he looks up in the general vicinity and reactively swings his arm with an incantation as a blast of hell flame scatters into the air toward you, which does not require sight. Please make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm just wondering, is there a range on that or no?
There is a range to this ability, and he is well within that range.
Oh, okay. I need a dexterity saving throw from me.
Yes, please.
Is it at advantage by any chance if he doesn't see me, or this? I don't know. Oh,
No,
probably
I
not,
don't
but
think
it's
so.
AOP.
Yeah, to clarify, this is a upcast hellish rebuke.
Same thing. A 10.
Okay, that is a fail. So he will cast a hellish rebuke, which will do increased 1d10. So 1, 2, 3. So 5d10 fire damage coming your way. And I'll go ahead and mark that spell slot off.
I love watching all of us make little things with like on the map.
Reduced to 15 because of my sexy little breastplate.
Indeed, you do have resistance against that, so you are hit with 15 points of fire damage. I do need a concentration check for you on Call Lightning, I think.
Oh, fuck. Jeez, I was like, I'm not concentrating
I'm
on
not concentrating on invisibility. Yeah.
Jesus.
Very
Funny.
successful. Yeah, you hang on to your concentration for sure, are somewhat injured in the process. Will that do it for you and your squad's turn?
Yes. Oh, no, the birds are going to go 40 feet in the air.
Okay, high up in the air. Perfect. Telperion, looks like you and the Selith are up next.
Sure. Well, honestly, I have no idea what I want to do.
All right,
These
Rome.
Are these guys hidden behind a wall?
Yes, you can hear their approaching footsteps. You, with 5 feet of movement, could see them coming, but you guys don't have a good angle from where you are. You know they're coming. You're aware of the general circumstance, but they do have full cover at this moment.
Okay. And what's this Wraith Mage dude looking like?
He's looking like he's taken some damage, but he's not yet bloodied and falling off his horse.
All right.
And as they are wont to do, they do have the sort of find greater steed capability where things they cast target their mount as well. So he and his horse have the mage armor wisping from them.
That's very cool. Well, I want to fuck him up, so I'm gonna go 5,
Perfect.
10, and then I'll roll a d6 for the fire damage.
Perfect. No difficult terrain for you, slippery boy.
2 fire for entering a space.
Yes, indeed.
I will use a regular attack action on this guy.
Okay, go ahead and strike. He does not have a reaction to shield against you, so you're seizing a good.
I don't know why I rolled
opportunity
it. We should fucking roll at advantage. Okay. 16 to hit.
here. 16 will hit.
Okay. Love that for me.
He's just a mage with mage armor.
7
cannot
6
shield.
13 damage.
13 damage. With that carving into him, you do bloody him with that strike.
Okay. I will continue. Oh, I can't just go over these Drastians, right?
Correct. It is not difficult terrain for you.
So I moved 10 feet. I'm going to move another 15 of my feet to end up right there. So that's 25 of my feet. I'm going to carve into these dudes with a Moonflame Blade.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll your boots damage because both of them will take that rock.
3 did both.
Perfect.
And then this is
They are both looking like their numbers are thin.
28 to hit.
The one on the left or one on the right?
The one on the left.
Okay, 28 absolutely hits.
Okay.
They will, with their opportunity attack, as you enter their reach, will attack you once with their spears.
Can I
So
be
one
targeted
attack
with
coming your way.
opportunity attacks? Alright. So technically, are they making an opportunity attack? Because of the Ashardal and Stride, I can't get targeted. But it's a different version.
It is a different version, but this allows them to make opportunity attacks when people enter their reach. So if you are immune to all opportunity attacks, then they cannot target you.
With the Ashardal and Stride, I am.
Okay, perfect. Then they are not able to get up their spears in time. You're a little too quick to get there.
So the first one is gonna take, and I'll separate the damage out for you. They're gonna take 8 plus 5, 13 slashing damage. Probably half.
Perfect. Which is halved because they're a squad, but they are looking real rough.
And then they take 13 fire damage.
Oh, from the splash?
Yeah. No, from the OG hit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so 13 fire damage on top
with
of it.
that 13 fire damage, which they do not resist, how does your swath of Moonflame remove them of their remaining fighters?
So Telperion for the cinematic, so he dashes over, makes a slash at this dude as he goes, kicks off the horse with his fire boots, and he just kind of gracefully puts one foot down among all those dead guys to kind of jump over here. Boots hit down and the flames shoot out, and then he swings with the Moonflame Blade. And so you just see this combo of blue and red flame, and the Moonflame Blade just radiates out in this sheet of flame at all of them. And then the other ones on the right will take 9 fire damage.
The ones on the right are not within 5 feet of the other target. So they don't take it, but the splash damage still carries through the forces you just swathed into. So it's still cinematically awesome.
And then I've used 35 of my movement, and I have 6. I'm at 40. I have more, so I'm gonna go here for now. And I'll make sure I can do that, but I know I do. Between Long Strider, 35
and avoiding difficult terrain with your cloak. Perfect.
And then the Selethar will go.
All right. Who are you targeting, and where are they moving, if at all?
Can they see the the mage dude?
They cannot. They also do. He has full cover from their position.
Okay. They're just gonna get on their kneel down, take aim, and not move, and they're gonna shoot at the guy in the sky.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll.
And that's just that's an advantage because of their ability.
Roulette may be familiar with this.
Yeah. At 18.
Okay, absolutely gonna hit.
Yeah. And then I think it's 3d8.
3d8. Yep. Go ahead and roll.
15 damage.
Which is doubled to 30 because flying squads and or individuals are vulnerable to arrow attacks from squads. So that will be 30 damage done to the Wyvern Knight. However, it is a beast of burden and heavily resilient, so they aren't bloodied with that volley, but it was heavy hits. You see many arrows poking out of its chest and scales.
Oh, crit. I misused the abilities. He should have made a dex saving throw of 14. I just get to reroll the damage die for having taken steady aim.
Indeed. All right. Well, I will. This could affect things, actually. We'll see what this does. What's the DC on it?
14.
Okay. He does fail. Actually, they have an evasion feature on their flying mounts, which would have been interesting. But this will avail him of a reduction.
Okay.
But not nothing. So he's partially able to avoid some of the damage. It's not as effective, but he is still vulnerable to it. So all the things happen. He's just a little evasive.
Okay, that's our turns.
But still a successful volley. Rome, you and then Wild Sage Blossom have the opportunity to move.
Can I have Wild Sage Blossom go first? Is that possible?
Sure. I don't think it will necessarily affect the circumstance, and yours is kind of unique So you're not necessarily commanding him on every turn like the others are with their squads. So sure.
All right. I want Wild Sage Blossom to tear this door down.
All right. As you hear the approaching lumbering form of a treant outside the walls, go ahead and make your multi-attack.
All right.
Also, crit the next 3 things on the initiative are the ones that died, I think.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. I will remove them from initiative. to
Look,
keep
Tim.
things clean.
It got shorter to your turn.
10.
No, that's okay. You can just move up, Rome one spot next turn.
Put her before you.
I'm having to like consider the
What if
dice.
what if Telperion out of solidarity moved down to Jiri?
I'm gonna do that.
He would never do that. Mike couldn't do that.
Rome,
Oh,
a
no, that's
12 does not quite impact heavily enough the door, so Wild Sage Blossom gets a little ahead of himself on that first strike and isn't able to fully connect, but go ahead and roll your second attack.
Hold up. Can I expend one of my inspirations to re-roll that?
Absolutely. Yeah, inspiration is table level resource, so you can affect pretty much any kind of roll with that.
Excellent. Jesus Christ. 4.
What is the AC? 14 is the AC of the
Holy
iron
shit.
door.
Yes.
So that inspiration is well spent. Go ahead and roll damage from Wild Sage Blossom's attack.
3d6. Oops, I didn't need to do that. Shit. 3d6 plus 6.
Two.
Wait, so that's 7 plus 11, that's 18, and then 6 plus 6 is 12. So 18 plus 12 is
Looks like 30.
30.
30. 30? I
Which-
rolled weird. Sorry about that.
Wait.
Which would be, yeah, let me,
Oh, wait a
17,
second, because it
24.
has-
No,
the
it's
plus-
12 plus.
sorry,
it's
it's-
12 plus 6 is 18.
Wait, but also the plus 6 is not applied to each
I know.
roll.
Right. So
So I
6,
fucked
5, 1 is 12.
Plus 6 is
is 18,
Okay,
yes.
my bad. 18.
Okay. 18, which is doubled because he's a siege creature. However, the iron door is resistant to natural bludgeoning damage, so it'll stay at that 18. But a heavy slam of impact from outside the gate with Wild Sage Blossom's attack on that first strike. Go ahead and roll his second strike. That's a healthy hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4d10 plus 6. Alright, let's not look this up this time. 4d...
The other one does more
4d
damage.
Sorry, 4d10 plus 6. Yeah.
What's he do? Stomp it?
There was a rock at it.
Oh.
What's he do?
22 damage, healthy roll. Again, a crash from the outside, doubled for siege and then halved for resistance, but 22 damage to the iron door. With that strike, the gate bows in a bit as the metal is creaking and creasing, and you hear a cacophony of war cries and cheers from dozens and hundreds and potentially thousands of individuals on the other side of the gate.
Wild Sage. Wild Sage. Wild
So
Sage.
he is doing some serious damage, but it doesn't look like it's on the cusp of breaking yet. It's a very resilient, heavily reinforced metal gate, but he's really hacking into that thing. So then, Rome, you're welcome to go now.
Alright, so I am going to hit the, I'm gonna hit the door with a tidal wave.
Ooh.
Okay,
Wild Sage Blossom needs water to replenish himself.
amazing. What does it look like when you conjure water in this space? Does it come from anything, or does it just materialize?
I'd say like the water gets pulled out of like the humid air. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's like mist together and like falls down. Alright, 10 feet long, 30 feet
I
long,
just drew
10
it for
feet
you.
wide,
Like
10
that.
feet tall. What was that, Tim?
I drew it for you. Kind of like that.
Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. Failed
The
save.
door will, and many dead Durastians will automatically fail this dex saving throw, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Is it extra bludgeoning damage if like it's all the dead bodies hitting the wall?
I'm gonna say
yeah.
no, but that's cute.
Did you just say it's cute?
yeah.
That's fucked.
18, and it is magical bludgeoning damage, which does bypass its normal bludgeoning resilience, so that will deal some serious damage to it.
Nice.
Can I viciously mock the door?
You can try. You can try.
Stupid door.
Your hinges
I'm
are
gonna.
rusty.
Yeah, those hinges are rusty. Somebody hasn't been maintained.
You dusty.
I don't even care about you.
Yeah, that's right. All right, yeah, I vicious mockery the door.
Since the door
That's a
cannot hear you, it will not need to make the saving throw.
you're good.
Unfortunately, nothing happens. You don't feel any psychic connection to that being. So you've lobbed some insults at it, but to no effect, unfortunately.
All right, cool.
That'll do it for Rome and her treant.
Good thing we got that bonus action in early.
Yep.
How can I take blame for that?
It will be the Mage Rider's turn.
Rome, you also might want to move up because that's a pretty far distance between you and the other things.
All right.
That's true. I didn't really think about that either, but you could have also moved before the tidal wave, so we won't worry about it too much. I'm sure its distance is far.
All right, I'll move right there, 30 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good now. All right, that's it.
The Spell Rider will call some commands to the approaching troops and say, "Fall back, take high ground, prevent them from destroying the gate from afar." And they will prepare crossbows as he wields his staff in the air and conjures, and it begins to glow bright red. And as he swings it forward, a mote of bright red energy will launch itself toward this direction, impacting the ground within range of, I believe, since it's a 20-foot diameter, Telperion, Jiri, and Shaggy. I need the three of you guys. How high up are you?
Oh boy.
Because I think you had just destroyed that unit with a melee attack, and I don't remember if you specified going up. If so, that's fine. But I would want to make sure that we clarify that so we understand.
I don't have it written down, so I'm supposing I'm in range then.
Okay. Even if you're a little high up, he can target the space in the air between you. So I think he could probably reach you with his 20-foot, 40-foot diameter sphere that he conjures in there. So I need Jiri, Shaggy, and Telperion to please make a dexterity saving throw. As a familiar spell is cast in Fireball.
Fireball.
Shaggy, Shaggy, Shaggy. Dang.
How are you doing, Telperion? What was your score?
Oh, nat 1. But I'm also
Nat
really curious
ones.
about this effect because I have immunity to some reductions of speed, but I don't know how the language is.
This is not targeting speed. It is just a swath of fire. It will be a fail
I
on
thought it was
everyone's
spell
part.
magic.
The DC is a 15, so that is a fail. So you three will potentially take, unless there's mitigation involved. I will go ahead and roll the 8d6.
No mitigation that I got.
Potential 29 fire damage coming to Jiri, Shaggy, and Telperion.
Dang. A bunch of steam billows out of Shaggy and Jiri, lessening the
Okay.
damage done to them.
Understood. How about
Um,
Telperion, any mitigation there?
yeah, I'm going to use my reaction and use my last spell slot to cast Absorb.
Yo, very.
What does it look like when you cast this? I don't think you've cast this for us before.
Topirian puts his sword out, and kind of from the tip of his sword, this like force field emerges, and then like I'm still getting scalded, but also like the sword starts glowing with having absorbed a bunch of fire.
Very cool. All right, so that will reduce the damage from 29 to 14 for you. That is the spell rider's turn, and he will begin to retreat, riding up the steps. It will be this unit's turn, who will take command from their officer and back up, losing some movement over difficult terrain and only getting this far. Before they pull up crossbows and target. Let's see. What is their diameter available? Within 10 feet. They got to make a choice here. I think they will target Jiri and Shaggy, the ones closer to the gate from afar with their crossbows. So once again, Jiri and Shaggy, I need a dexterity saving throw from each of you. Not as high DC as the mage, but still threatening.
Hey.
And you.
Looks like that was a strength save. I don't know if his dex will get him an extra point or two there.
Oh.
You did that before, actually. But also, it's
It's the same as Dex. It's the exact same.
Okay. DC is 13, so unfortunately just shy. I'll launch crossbows here.
Bummer.
18 damage to each of you, unfortunately. That will do it for their turn. No bonus action. That'll do it for them. Toby Rama, you are up. You and the beast.
Very cool.
Should I go for this door?
Well, I
How
will
hurt is
wait
the
to
door
let
looking?
them
The door's looking damaged. Roughly equivalent to almost bloodied. But it's a very resolute door, and you do know that the mission you guys have been given is destroy the door. Because your forces able to punch through that location will effectively kind of probably push through many of these reinforcements and such. Toby Rama, now that it's your turn, where do you keep the medallion on your person?
Uh-oh.
I wear it around my neck, tucked under my
It is
chain.
crack.
You're not sure if it's some magical connection with Kelemvor, some heat of battle rising within you, but you can feel an increased heat emanating from that medallion hanging on your chest. And you hear now crashes of warfare noise, siege equipment in the distance, other sporadic sounds of war at distant gates in the city. And with each crash and sound of violence, the medallion seems to pulse and heat up. Toby Ram, I'd like you to please remove the Forsaken's medallion dormant
Oh,
and add the Forsaken's medallion awakened.
It's a gun now.
Whoa.
It's a big gun.
yeah. So anyway, you're probably just gonna cantrip, right, Toby?
It probably won't affect necessarily the course of your intention on your turn, but it definitely is a different item now. Different stat block, I should say.
I don't have time to go through it all right now, but it just
course.
bumped my save DC by another 1. So now it's
We're
plus 2
hoping.
instead of plus 1.
Nice.
Which is going to be nice because as my wolf spirit bounds another 40 feet, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 25, and then 15 to get me from 40 to 55 in the air.
Okay. And you know you can force it to dash too, so you can effectively move again with it without sacrificing any of your action
Oh,
economy.
very nice. Let me.
Yeah, with
20-foot
being that high up in the air,
radius.
you can definitely see enough of this squad over the wall. I would say even with that elevation, this person might have half cover. But
So if I place a spell there,
sure.
I could get these 3 groups.
Indeed, if the radius is sufficient, for sure.
So I will cast a spell I have not cast before called Fugue Breach. And I believe that this is like doesn't. The sphere spreads around the quarter, so I don't think it goes over here naturally, but it will kind of like spread out. The stone in that area cracks and mist pours out, and hands, skeletal spirit hands, start reaching out and grabbing and slashing. And I need these 3 groups to make a Constitution save of 18.
Okay. Squadron at the top does save. Squadron at the bottom
Oh,
does not save. And then Spell Rider.
19.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, will be a fail for 2, the bottom squad and the Spell Rider, but the top group will back up quickly enough to not take the full brunt of it. But what does it look like? So Silver Mist kind of climbs out of the cracks in that space you created, and then what else did you describe?
Yeah, and so spirit skeletal hands start slashing out, and each of them take 4d10 or half as much.
Spirits
piercing.
reaching the fugue plane, reaching into this space and calling those around to death. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8, 10 is very nice to start. 28 piercing damage, and then 14 on a save.
Perfect.
I meant to say, as that was happening, I was gonna bonus action first for my wings to sprout, because the wolf will fade.
Sprout.
Okay,
As I switch my concentration.
got it.
And I'm 55.
And keeping yourself aloft in the air. Perfect. You are able to do so, certainly.
So, let me
Heavy damage being done to many of these groups. Only one being able to... Oh, and this group was pretty wounded. They are barely keeping themselves up, this squad up here, with their save. But certainly the Spell Rider takes the full brunt of it. And then this squad does resist some of the piercing damage, just being a squad. But yes, and there is an area of effect there that is
Yes.
ongoing, this effect, and it is difficult terrain. Enters or ends. Got it. All right.
And then my Beast Folk squad will dash forward to the gate as I shout down to them.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not close enough to get there, so they will move forward. And they're pretty low, so I think even though it won't help them, they will shift for the temps,
Okay.
using their second of the day and final shift ability.
Yep. Perfect. Definitely bumps their temps a little bit for any future attack coming their way. Will
And
that
that's
do it for Toby and Beastfolk?
Yes.
All right. It will be this group's unit, their turn. They will continue slowly backing out of kind of the map, going higher up on the ramparts, but they will loose one volley of crossbow bolts. And now that they can target 2 groups, kind of, they will target both the Beastfolk charging the gate and Telperion in that distance. So I need both those, Telperion and the Beastfolk, to please make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Woo, 19.
That is a success. Taking
I'm
half
getting
damage.
hurt.
Da-da-da-da. Toby, how about Beast Folk up there? Do you have a number for them?
Yes. That's a +3 deck save.
Dex
That is a
save, yes.
fail on them.
Okay. So they will take, because it's done by a squad, a full 18 piercing damage, which will break through their temps.
And get them very low.
Okay, so they're very low but not slain, and then just 9 piercing damage to you, Telperion.
Ow.
And then they will functionally continue retreating, basically off screen. Jiri, it is your turn, and your unit. Well, your unit's off the field now. But
Unit
you and
is
Shaggy.
hiding. I must have been at least 10 feet off the ground, so I'm gonna get up to like fly up and be at like the middle, wherever that like bar is, and I'm gonna attack it
Sure.
twice with my sword.
Go ahead and roll to do so.
Am I flanking with Wild Sage Blossom?
No, purely because flanking is a circumstance that is distracting an individual trying to defend themselves. I'm going to say an inanimate object is not going to be able to be distracted. It's just its resolute self.
All right,
But
17.
healthy hit, easy to target and connect with. 17, it will resist part of your sword damage.
Even if it's magical.
Yeah, so it resists magical from weapons, but not spells. So spells bypass its slashing, bludgeoning, piercing resistance, but weapon attacks do not.
So magical using damage from a spell is different from magical hammer.
For the purpose of this door's trait, sturdy trait, yes.
Okay.
And then another
But
19.
yes, so still healthy hit there, and another 19. This door is getting very damaged. You're certainly carving into and slashing through portions of that gate bar.
All right, and then if so, you said is it also including bludgeoning damage from weapons as
Yes.
well? Okay.
Or yes, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I will use my bonus action to take my fan out and cast Warding Wind on myself and Shaggy.
Very cool. I don't know that we've seen you cast this. What does it look like when Jiri does this?
The wind. I've always imagined the fan kind of like he hides it in his pocket and he pulls it out like a hidden dagger up his sleeve, and he gives it a twirl, and it like comes alive. It's almost like it's animated, and it like starts to like fan wind around him in a circle. So it's like a spiraling tornado of wind around him and Shaggy.
Perfect. So you become this sphere of whirling wind in front of the gate. Perfect. That will defend you guys and potentially affect attacks through the gate, maybe.
And I'll be back far enough that if Wild Sage Blossom kicks this door open, I don't get like smacked by it.
Okay. Perfect. Warding Wind is you're concentrating on that, I think, if it's concentration, and then anything.
Oh wait,
bonus
I don't even
action?
know if I can cast that as a bonus action. To be honest.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably an action.
It
do
is an
so, I
action.
imagine.
Dang.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Use
No,
your
I
bonus
thought that
action
was
to
a
tell
bonus
me how cool it would
Oh
look.
yeah,
if you did that.
you had attacked. My apologies. Yep.
Yeah, bummer. All right, I'll just Cloud Punch then.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Both of those will hit.
All right, I just punch the gate a few times. That's it.
Perfect. Dealing some damage there. All right. If that'll be it for Jiri, it'll be the Wyvern Knight's turn again. He will ascend 20 feet, bringing him to an elevation total of 40.
Uh-oh.
Then he will dive 40 feet as he surges this way and this way, moving toward the gate, availing him of 20,
Jesus.
40, so he can only get 60. No, No, he can get 100 because he's dashing with his mount. So picking up speed, batting the Wyvern's wings, diving, and then starting to try and carve a line through at least 2 targets with their momentum feature. Since his dive is putting him lower elevation than Toby, I'll say, Toby, you're not a valid target for this, but he will target the Selethar once with his lance with a reach of 10 feet, and then they will suffer the brunt of only 40. Then 40. Okay, so 1 attack at the squadron first, which does have advantage against unmounted combatants. 11's not going to do it.
Not the elves today.
However, he did not connect, so his momentum feature's not halted. The next person he comes into contact with are Roulette. Are your bird folk high in the air?
40 feet up. Well, actually,
That's what I thought.
They're 50 feet up because they went 10 up on the first round.
Okay, so Rome, this attack is targeting you for unmounted target.
Oh, I don't think they actually did. No.
22 to hit you, Rome, which I believe will hit. Only 4 piercing damage, low roll on that, but because of the extra momentum, 48, 4, 8, 12. It will add 12 piercing damage. So 16 piercing damage to you, Rome. And I need you to please make a strength save for me.
Work.
Best I've ever rolled.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
That is a success. You're not knocked prone, but you will take that 16
Zoomy
piercing damage. Oh yeah. Okay, that is the Worm Knight's turn. Both attacks used only 1 connecting, being Rome. You succeed, you're not knocked prone, you just take that 16 piercing damage. That is his turn. It's also top of the round, so Telpiran, you can make an initiative adjustment.
I'm gonna move Rome in front of me. Just kidding. I'm gonna move Jiri in front of me.
Save me.
Perfect. All right, Roulette, you are next to go, and then it'll be Jiri.
I think I can see the spell dude still underneath Toby's spell aura.
Cloud of, yes, spirit hands reaching through the veil.
Okay. That
area is lightly obscured, but yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am 20 feet up in the air over here. Actually, let me make sure. I don't know where he ended up. You bitch. Let's see. I have to get up to there. Oh, but I'm 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was down here. The fucking wall is in the way.
MK, can you have your guys move 1 to my left? Because I would have told you, I would have not wanted them near me, so I would have worded them.
Yeah,
left.
they used the dash, so they could have been anywhere. So
Okay.
maybe just there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have let them get into my range. And Steve, I'd also be. Oh, you're in the air.
Yeah, I'm in the air. I can't get out of his range for his other silly thing.
No, I just want you to get in my range.
But a bug. Oh, interesting.
Smellish to purge.
How tall is this wall here that you said? Was this 20 feet up?
The one below that's marked with pink stuff, yes, it's about a 20-foot high wall.
Can my bird folk at a height of 40 feet see over to where this guy is?
I'm gonna say he has half cover for now. At that kind of elevation.
Okay.
Just fly to the right.
It's an AOE spell, so don't tell the DM the half cover doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought you were doing your bird turn.
I'm gonna do a repeat of the previous turn that I just did, and I'm going to start a crackle of lightning above the spell rider. Bonus action, I'm gonna have Daisy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's gonna start squeezing forward. And I'm gonna hold my action until after the birds loose their spears. So DC 14 Dex first, and then DC 17 Dex second. If you want to just make those at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
Son of a bitch!
He
Fail the
will
first
also
one.
very adept at maneuvering his horse in the heat of battle. He will avoid the restraining component of your spears, but he'll still, I think, take some damage from the spear attacks, right?
Half of this.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
the same roll as before.
Perfect.
And then
He is looking fairly rough, this rider.
another deck save from the
Yes.
lightning for 3d10. You're gonna fail this one. I know you're gonna. Oh no, you're not.
Gosh, shit.
Again, half damage from this explosion of thunder and lightning.
11. Oh, fuck me. 15 light or add 4.
You
The-
dragoon, you.
This isn't my spell, which is what I keep forgetting. So 26 divided by 3, 13 total damage.
Perfect. He will take the damage, and I'll say you're a little farther away, so he knows you're doing it again, but he's, damn you, where are you? And he's like holding retroactive hellish rebuke, but choosing not to expend it right now.
Bonus action. Actually, bonus action. I'm just gonna have Daisy dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to there.
Perfect. She can get more than that, I think. I think she could get that with her normal movement.
He had already moved her.
I had already moved her.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect. That'll do it for Roulette and Spears. Jiri, you are up.
This guy, is he back on the ground now?
He is, yes, we'll say he's ground level with his swoop dive maneuver.
All right.
Swoop dive.
Door is not Jiri's forte, so he will fly over to here, down a little bit so that he can be within range and flanking with Daisy and attack the
Perfect.
Very good.
that guy.
Go for it. As you enter its reach, classic Durastian, you will provoke an opportunity attack from him, so he'll try and stab at you once. With his lance.
Disadvantage as Daisy keeps
Nice.
running and pokes up at
Which
his
he-
butt.
And he doesn't have advantage on an unmounted combatant since Jiri's absolutely mounted, so this will be a true disadvantage.
Whoa.
Look at us.
Good combo.
More like a enforced nombo.
Ooh, so-
14 is not going to do it, so that'll be a miss.
All right.
Oh, Daisy!
Yeah,
Alex.
Daisy. Boom.
Oh, nat 20.
Holy shit.
What are we working with here?
Not as much as it would seem.
Okay.
Daisy's the MVP.
Gee.
Let's see. 21.
21 damage, perfect.
Yeah.
The knight will take that, carve through his plate armor, and expose it in portions.
16.
He has already used his thing. He is wearing plate armor, so that is not enough to get through his defensive plate, but he will take the lightning.
Okay, 3 lightning, and I am gonna try to hydro pump him.
Okay. So that is a strength save from him.
Oh, sucker. He can be knocked prone on a mount. We looked this up.
Yes, that is true. I think, though, when you're knocked prone on a mount, I think you still have to make a check to not fall off your
to
mount.
stay mounted, yes.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw, but because of his mountain combatant rules and feat, he does have an advantage on this saving throw, which is just a 10. So he does succeed not falling off his mount, but he's like hanging from a leg on his saddle basically, so he's still prone.
Sure, gotcha. And then I'm gonna fly away from people so that I don't get in their range for being attacked by arrows and also get hit by other
Yep.
people.
Perfect. That'll do it for you, Telperion. You're next, and then
All right.
Salazar.
So I'm going to take turn at the door. So I'm gonna sprint my way forward, jump if you rather, and I'm gonna do a d6 of fire for starting for the boots.
Perfect.
And this is off of a spell, technically, and it's a 6.
Yes, it is off of a spell. So you deal some damage to the door there. Got it.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to do something I don't frequently do, and I'm gonna and we have to talk about this crit because I don't have the language in my thing. Can I use my bonus action to give myself advantage for that psionic boot? Like if I use a side die, because I had earned that, but I haven't used it yet, and I don't know if it's on a creature or if I give up my bonus action to make an attack with advantage.
Again, because it's equivalent in a way to the feint feature of a battle master, the intent of that is it's got to be someone that can be feinted
I see.
against.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're distracting that enemy for a moment. So I would say that feature is not valuable against an inanimate object.
Sure thing. Then I'll just make my first attack with regular attack. And I will do this one as the Moonflame Blade.
Okay.
I hope it hits.
I think it had like
Rolled a
14.
nat one.
Oh.
But
Did you say nat 1 on that strike?
yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, you just
I think it misses.
you connect with one of the more reinforced portions, and your flame just kind of billows back almost in your face, threatening to scorch your eyebrows for a moment, but not truly impacting the door.
Yeah. I think I do on that. All right. Then the regular 20 or 28 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead
And I
roll damage.
can't like Moonflame Blade has to be declared before the roll, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Pretty sure. So yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, you're either casting a spell or making an attack.
Well, okay. With my feature, since I didn't do, I guess never mind. I did try. Never mind. I'm re-rolling all those Ds. What's it called? So I'm adding 2 fire damage from my absorb elements to this,
Very cool.
and
Yay.
then 6 plus 5 is 11 regular damage.
Okay.
And then I will add a psionic strike to the door here.
Okay. Roll.
And adding on 10 force damage.
It does not seem to resist the force damage.
Sweet. And then it has to make a strength save or go prone. And that is what I've got for my 2 attacks. I will do a pulse of psionic focus, and I'll use a D10 to heal.
Okay.
So I roll 16 HP back. 16 here. But I will use my interaction to telepathically jolt Rome to see if she could use her bonus action for temp HP, because Telperion is pretty hurt, and some of us are also hurt.
Gotcha. Just reaching out to her telepathically, requesting her
Yeah.
utilize some bravura action. Got it.
But
yeah.
that's, I guess I will then get out of the door's path. I got a lot of movement. Oh, you know what? I'll use some movement to strafe here, and I wanna. Can I access?
Yes,
this
I would say
guy?
that route is appropriate.
Okay, and then I'll reverse it back. Actually, I'll just end my turn there. But I will go over and kick that. Just
do
do
a little.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your d6.
1.
Beautiful.
You do scorch him. Like when you're ice skating, you rush up to someone and then slide right into just to throw some ice on them. That's what you do with your flames.
Done. And that's my turn.
Selithar?
Selithar are gonna see that they really want to kill this Dragon Knight, so he's gonna make a saving throw. Dexterity.
Perfect. Since he's a large creature, you are not threatening your nearby allies, so that's good. Their radius is a very tight radius. So
I see. Yeah.
It could have been too big a diameter where that might be threatening, but
DC 14 Dex save.
perfect. For Knight Dex. Pretty good. He bats his wings quickly and avoids the brunt of it, but he is vulnerable to this damage.
8 times 3 is 24, right?
It is.
-1 is 23. 3 piercing damage.
Wow. So
So it
46
just stays
to
regular.
23.
Yeah. Sweet.
So he will take the 23 damage, and he is bloodied with that volley of arrows.
All right, and that's gonna be our turn.
Rome, you and Wild Sage Blossom are up. The gate's looking pretty damaged.
You guys are
Oh,
muted.
you guys are muted. Sorry.
No.
I'm gonna have Wild Sage Blossom go first with a
Okay.
multi-attack.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
All right.
That'll hit,
Woo!
and that'll hit. Let's see what damage comes out to here.
All right. So for the first one, it's 3d6 plus 6. Let's see if I can figure that out.
Mr. Sage Blossom, tear down that door.
Oh god. Oh, it's because my bad. 3d6 plus 6.
Sage smash.
I don't think you can mix a slam and a rock attack. Your multi-attack avails you of 2 slam attacks. So
Oh.
they'll both be the same damage roll. I think I missed that previously, so we won't worry about it. But I don't think you can do it's like either a
My bad.
rock action or 2 slams.
bad.
But hit
It's
14
damage on the first one, and then
Perfect. Doubled, then halved.
18. Oops. Sorry, I guess I clicked it twice. 16 on the second one.
That is still adequate.
30.
With that second attack, with a crash and of sound and debris, the gate is destroyed. Blasting inward with a spray of jagged metal and bits of stone debris, a cloud of dust kicks up, but your momentarily obscured vision does not hide the cacophony of war cries swelling in the distance and approaching. Doesn't take long, more than a couple seconds, before waves and waves of beast folk reach the gate and begin tearing their way past you, around you, through you. And then the skies darken as swarms of flying Aarakocra overhead breach the cover of the walls. A wave of elven arrows crests over the wall, silencing shouts of chaos from the ramparts above and approaching reinforcements from behind you guys on this thoroughfare. And your allies have breached this position and begin to try and secure this area in the city for the United Kin army.
Woo! Go Wild Sage Blossom.
A single space in the distance, a unique looking figure approaches on all 4. A lavender and silver colored werewolf individual is charging, bounding directly toward you, sprinting on all 4s before they slow and arrive at an area sort of between Jiri and Telperion in this space, meeting up with their Terracor. This individual has a simple leather bandolier across her shoulder that goes down to the side of her torso, marking her position as Terracor Commander and Seneschal of Land, Dinah, in her werewolf form. And she greets you all as all of the army starts to secure this portion of the city. You hear Wilhelm screams up in the ramparts as Durastian soldiers are flown from ramparts, and it is a swath of violence here that you all are not required for anymore, that you've now availed your allies of this punch through area. And Dinah regards all of you. Well done, you lot. You've brought us a position in the city. I will collect your reports of your findings below when I can, but for now, we prioritize taking the city. High Commander Rillis now attacks the southeast gate with another squad of our forces, and the remainder of the army pressures the north. We must secure positions through the city and clear a path to the keep, where we believe the Talon awaits. Please, aid our forces as I manage our troops and supplies. I will aid where I can throughout the city. I can tell this will be a difficult next few hours, and you all may find an opportunity to push ahead of our forces occasionally. But aid them where you can. We will spare troops to assist your journey. Good luck. I am needed elsewhere. And she quickly moves off in a direction down a side street where her portion of her squad is beginning to make their way toward an armory. And there's other portions of the city where the your allies start sectioning off thoroughfares and areas in the city, and I will move us to this space.
We start a long rest.
Whoa.
Read.
We'll clear off initiative for now. You guys have bought your allies an opportunity in, and you have secured point B. There's going to be a very simplified structure here to start seeing how much damage you and or your allies take as you start securing portions in the city. The goal is to push your way toward the keep so that you guys can push into that area, secure it, clear it, and potentially do battle there. Right now, there are other gates in the surrounding city that have not been breached yet. You guys have plenty of options here. You guys can barrel toward the gate, or you can buy your allies opportunities to reinforce locations, or gun it to other gates to avail other reinforcements to kind of this is a horrible comparison, but Catan style, gather additional resources through a portion of the city. But the structure of this is simplified enough where I think it will move quickly. Hobie Rama, I will also clarify for you a moment. Now that you all are afforded a very brief moment to catch your breath and decide what you're doing next, and you're not actively fighting off threats right now, you do notice in the vicinity all these barrels and boxes and supply crates match the ones below the cellar, and there is a unique insignia and emblem emblazoned on all of them, whether welded, branded, or etched into many of these. And it's a symbol insignia that is familiar to you. That bearded ox with its orcish script designating that those supplies as owned by Skull Lord Kartash of the Cliffs Cross Merchant District. And all the while you feel that heat pulsing from the medallion within your chest. Telperion / MJ, you had a comment here.
Do we want a bio break before this next stage, or do
we certainly can if you guys would like to.
It's just curious what other people are at drink bladder food wise.
Can you just can you do some more explanations of what mechanically we'll do, and then
absolutely, that's a good point. So again, there might be nuances when we get into the weeds, but it's a very simplified system. If you guys were to move directly forward to point E, there are 5 reinforced positions from Durast surrounding point E. So they would get 5 D20 rolls in addition to a single D100 roll that indicates the luck of chaos of battle. You guys also get to choose a member of your party to roll the D100 that represents the luck of battle, and each of you get to roll your D20 plus your morale modifier. In order to do that, you owe me a cinematic description of how is your character interacting with forces, and are you sheltering behind supply crates and jumping up and Selethar firing arrows? How are you and your squad interacting in this space fighting off Durastians? Every round that goes by, which could be an entire clash, may happen in a round of, could be half an hour. Every round, another reinforcement group, you guys have one reinforcement group with you that will also roll a d20 to kind of help your odds. An additional reinforcement group gets to enter the city each time for gates that have been breached. So otherwise, siege stuff, chaos happens outside of you guys' control.
Are gates external points?
Yeah,
like
you can
A,
see.
C?
You can see A, C,
Okay.
and N are the primary gates that you could avail yourself of more reinforcements entering the city and bumping your odds. If you guys choose to go backwards in a space or hold that position, you will just face some oncoming damage as reinforcements try and attack you. But there's a simplified system to that. Additionally, when damage is done to you guys can choose to spread that damage across your party members or mitigate up to 25 hit points of damage by sacrificing one unit in the fray of combat. We'll get there, but that's kind of a thing that you guys will get decisions on. But at a bare minimum, you guys pick locations. We'll do some quick rolls to represent the skirmish that happens there, and I'm hoping that over the course of an hour or so, we can clean through this map.
We are moving as a party, not individually, correct?
Correct. You actually could move individually if you would like, but it may drastically affect your odds.
Because we're going to be 5d20s versus 5d20s. It would be 1d20 or if 2 people go alone. Like if we move into E, we all get a roll.
Yeah.
Well, you guys all get a roll no matter what, but yeah, it's if you went to A, they only get 2 d20s in addition to the d100. So that's like the odds are in your favor if you go to point A first. But E is a better position to secure for your army because you're clearing away all the reinforcement pathways when you do that. So there's a lot of stuff here, but
Is the roll
attack a reinforcement point specifically? So if we take A, could we then attack these 2 things?
yes, correct.
and
And are they reinforced from E?
Correct. E would be the next enemy territory you would consider moving into then, or F, if that offers better benefits.
No, my question is, so say we take A, right?
Yep.
And then we want to move to E. We'd have to move through. This would be a separate battle here.
No, it would not. As soon as you take A and fight off the reinforcements coming to that position, you're clearing those red circles. So then you have a free path to move to F or E next.
Got it.
So white nodes are the only locations battles would happen.
Got it. Okay.
And the d20s are contesting morale checks.
Yeah, they roll 5 d20s. You guys will roll a d20 plus morale, each of you.
Okay.
Plus, I will roll for how many reinforcement squads you have with you. You have 1 squad with you that's giving you an extra d20 roll right now. But that's on me to handle, not you.
I don't understand what these D20 books do.
It's how well the battle's going in here.
So there's like a DC for this, I'm assuming?
Not exactly, but we'll get there when we get there. You guys
Alright,
don't
okay.
know all the rules preemptively necessarily.
So I would think going to D would be great because we'd have better odds. We could reduce those 3, and we could then weaken H and hopefully let C open to get some people in while moving towards our goal.
I was personally thinking some like AEDC.
I was even thinking of this.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
E even easier.
So we're also going to be taking damage the entire time. So we might just want to get to somewhere faster.
Like I think we don't do E first. So
But
it
we
has to
only-
be E first.
If we only have to go against like a 2 d20 roll, aren't we like gonna mitigate how much damage we're taking?
Correct.
So
we
it's
should
really
do
like
the
what's the
outside in.
quickest path with the fewest red dots, basically, is what we have to calculate.
Potentially, the only thing there is, yeah, it will affect other variables on my radar, but that's about it.
Or we could prioritize getting north because there's a lot of reinforcements there. To
I
help us
actually like-
mitigate damage.
Yeah, and it's fewer dots too.
Okay, that looks good. The pink route.
2.
And so like when we take A
Three.
and we move to F, then it's only 2. Which by the time we get to G, then it's only
2,
3,
2,
and we keep
3.
chipping away. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Go.
Cool.
Bio break.
Doing it.
Cool.
Sounds good.
So then we can crank through this.
Awesome. See you guys in a minute.
You mute yourself.
Oh, baby. And you said Rillis was at southeast?
Dinah did mention that High Commander Rillis was at the southeast.
I also like your other route, Tim.
Yeah, it's a
and I
little bit
think-
shorter.
I think we need to make MJ decide as the tactician. I think we need to present him our ideas and have.
That'd
him
be
make a
cool if you
choice.
guys want to role play a suggestion either way.
Yeah, I've got a third option though. It would be. Do you think we could double back? We could go A back to B,
DC.
skip E altogether.
I mean, yeah, E is treacherous, as is H.
And then this way, the highest that we have to roll against is a 3, and it's only once.
When we first get to D, yeah.
At D, yeah,
I
D.
do like the idea of. Yeah, I think it would be. I think we'll have to make decisions on the fly, seeing what actually happens when a round happens. But like, if we get through this 2 enemy spot on A, and it's like nothing, and we think we can do E, we could give it a shot. But if it seems like 4 might be scary, then
Yeah, I want to see if I can do it on.
make another path.
Yeah, make another one on Alex's. What is that?
Oh, is it hard? Does she have a laptop with a trackpad?
Yeah, hers is just a little different. That's good enough.
Nice.
So our 3 options, I suppose, unless we can think of other ones. Straight to E, straight to H.
Yeah, I think I'd like to get more than just one reinforcement added onto us before we just give E a shot. Because I'm worrying that having only 1 unit won't be enough to.
Yeah, I was joking. I
Yeah,
don't think we should go E H. Seems a little seems a little risky.
5 and then 5.
We'll be fine.
Your face is very funny there, Steve.
Two of
We
us
should
have-
also hop zooms. It's perfect
Yes.
timing.
Two of you guys have stellar morales,
+7.
Plus 5.
and they're not even adding morale.
Because they're sad.
Get out of my way, H.
All right, so I think Michael and Tim brought up a cool thing of like they each have a thought of a proposed route they might want to propose, and they want to propose that to Telperion as
Our
the tactician.
to make the
Say
final
propose
call.
again.
So my thought is start with A, and then do some easy fights up towards the north gate with the most reinforcements, and then from there storm the keep.
What if, or is Tim saying we go A, B, D?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A, then retrace towards the
I like-
southeast gate.
We gotta get there as quick as possible, right? The best way to kill a snake is to chop its head off.
Yeah, I like the idea of all those juicy units up top, but by the time we get there, we'll almost be to the keep anyway. It would just help us like take
Can
it
you
out.
zoom out?
So I like the idea of letting two out of them, like letting A and C in sounds great to me, and then cut to the Talon.
So instead of going up to N, if we go from L right to K, then to the keep, that's the same number of steps as it is to do.
But then we
Yeah.
wouldn't be freeing the north gate, right?
Yeah, you gotta get end.
Yeah,
It is
we do
long.
cut off. I don't know.
Which, left to their own devices, there's, it's still a siege taking place, so there's an opportunity for them to push into the city, but you guys availing them of that chance will drastically expedite that happening.
I think they'll get in without us, right? Like, we're causing enough mischief down here.
Quick history check for me, Crit. Knowing, I've studied with my father. Would I be in favor of fewer gates, but a couple more units that like the 2-gate route, letting 2 smaller groups in, or just like 1 juicy unit? Does Telperion have an idea of like historically sieges are better off with X or Y? Because that's 2 kind of clear paths is how he's distinguished it.
Yes, I'll say, with your history, DC check is fairly low. Go ahead and give me a history check.
17 plus 7 is 23. 24.
You quickly identify that more weak points at the city perimeter is going to risk your party a little bit more, but drastically sway the odds in your army's favor. So you guys flanking around the side of the city, even if it's not the most effective path per se, opening up A and C through whatever means you can is going to be meaningful in the tides of battle.
Yeah, and Telperion's probably going to feel a little urgent, and then also like the idea of the fracturing as opposed to like one big swing from the top. So
But going to A and then N, it accomplished the same thing, but you prioritize opening gates is probably more meaningful than an effective, efficient path through the city.
Also, going to A and then back again, like around up to the keep, is the least number of other skirmies we'd have to go against. It's 9 as opposed to 12 if we take the northern route to the west.
Jerry's got the tactician's vote on this one.
All right.
Nice proposal, Toby. Those are both great ideas.
Very well. So do we want to move to A first?
Sure.
As you guys all move with your available squad of reinforcements at your side as well, you move toward A, the southwest gate, and begin your assault on their forces with your own. Go ahead and someone, let's say since it was Jiri's proposal, Jiri, let's have you roll the D100 in addition to your D20 plus morale. Everyone else, please give me your D20 plus morale check.
You want the 100 first?
Sure.
Let's just die, Archie.
Oh,
We don't know
my
what that's
word,
good or
there's
bad.
no way you just rolled a 2.
Oh.
That's a divine intervention success. Give me that.
Give me that. Oh, dirty 20. We love it.
It's almost a 25.
Looks like that is a grand total.
Oof.
Oh, plus Jiri's, a grand total of 90.
Was D100 adding 2 to that 90?
No, it was not.
Okay.
So, representing the chaos of battle on Durast's side, a
What
4.
the fuck?
Nice.
And then
I want these.
1, 2, D20.
Whichever one of us came out on top, it was by such a close margin either way. Within 2 points of each other.
Oh, the occupying force gets a D20 as well. So it's A plus 2 reinforcement paths. So they get 3 total D20s.
That's pretty low.
26 plus 4 does not even come close to you guys' roll of an 82. So over the course of this skirmish, everyone, please describe for me how you're contributing to your army's assault in this skirmish. And this is free reign of narrative creativity freedom. I'm not going to say, no, that doesn't work because give me a description of how you engage. Resources expended still count as resources expended. So if you want to describe yourself as, I cast Blight to do this, please still mark off that spell slot. But you don't have to do that for any reason.
But also, to be clear, party, we theoretically have a talent at the end of this march.
Yeah, can we just do even like have a not count just so that we can be like
The
fun
on-
and
the on-
creative?
The only reason I say that is some of you guys sometimes have defensive capabilities that could matter for when and if you take damage throughout this path through the city. If you give yourself temporary hit points, for example, that might affect the damage you take throughout this warfare clash. So yes, it's very free unless you have a thing you really want to shove in there.
Could I use a Mask Cure Wounds to heal us party members?
Yes, that is available for sure.
Because I know Telperion took a lot. I know Rome took some. I know Jiri took some. I took some.
Shaggy could use some.
Shaggy. I can get
level.
all of us with a Mask Cure Wounds. So I'm going to mark that off and do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll your Mass Cure Wounds.
Plus 9, 12.
And it looks like up to 6 creatures, so just make sure you're correctly identifying 6 creatures.
Yes, it is us 5 party members and Shaggy who get 29 healing.
What?
Yeah. I only get 25, but that still gets me to full.
I'm at full.
That gets me 1 short of full. Nice.
I knew you were pretty low, Telperion.
Okay, so yeah, everyone
And
please
then-
jump in there and give me
yeah.
a description of how you're interacting this space.
And there's also lots of bonus actions, spare the dyings going around, trying to make our units feel like if they get struck down, they will not die immediately, and try and keep morale high.
Very cool.
I'm gonna spend, let's say, anywhere between 100 and 150 copper, and I'm just gonna give out my 2 gloves. They're not gonna be electrically charged, but I'm just gonna have 2 of my lead Auracor just like shooting bullets at people to like distract and hurt from afar.
Very cool.
I guess before I describe, and I want to go back to what we were just talking about because I want to just get a more full understanding. Like if I have a telekinetic movement, like if I want to flavor, say, do something,
Yeah,
am I
you're
burning
welcome
that
to
for that
you're-
resource?
Yes, correct.
Got it. Well, okay. I think for this first one, I'm just gonna be chucking slivers from the Selethar as we have the Selethar masking up kind of and hugging the walls, but then shooting into this open area, and then just 2 slivers are the first next thing that come in after the arrows.
Very cool. How about Jiri and Rum?
Say that I expect.
So Jiri, Shaggy loaf launches Jiri. He grabs onto a fence post or something like that, and then slingshots Jiri over a shield wall, and Jiri does a front flip, spinning like a saw blade, and he gets over and chops through a bunch of people.
Amazing. How about you, Rum?
I wanted Rome. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I wanted Rome to be in dinosaur form.
Okay.
Smash and think like how like power between Sage Blossom and Dino Rome, like two like formidable beasts, like knocking shit down.
That is amazing. That will be. I will want you to mark a polymorph for that, a 4th level spell slot for that.
Okay, well I'm gonna stay in dinosaur form for as long as possible.
You are welcome to do so for sure.
Excellent. Yeah, it's an hour, so.
At the end of that skirmish, about half an hour goes by, and you guys take that position and momentarily, at least, clear the reinforcement paths available to that area. You now all are able to move there, and you have availed that position of another gate. So a single unit is able to jump in and assist reinforcing that position, in addition to the one you already took with you, and another unit moves into space B. Where would you guys like to go next?
So now can we double back to B and then hit D?
You are welcome to. That will have an extra variable will happen.
But
We're
now
doubling back
7.
rather than pressing onward.
We could do 7 against 4 at E. That's still pretty good. That would be my vote.
Tim, what do you think about changing our path instead of retracing B to go to D, just going and honing on E and then into D?
Because it's
Oh,
7
I like it.
against
I
4.
say we take it, and then we just go to D afterwards.
Okay, so you want to double back to B first? Oh,
No.
you guys want to go straight to E?
Yeah.
Okay. Continuing to press onward rather than holding up and securing positions, gathering reinforcements with a 7. Once again, you guys can decide who rolls this D100 this time for you guys.
I got it.
And then everyone also please go ahead and give me a
77.
morale check.
Oh, very nice.
77. Very good.
We don't know what it means. He hasn't told us yet. We got 29 or 22.
29 was the healing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, Jiri, we had the same one, right?
Nice.
And the extra reinforcements just allow us to shield from damage. They don't get D20 rolls, or do
They do get an additional D20 roll. Have that as a 149 total, but plus the 2 D20s of
Sure,
allies you
I'll
have.
Put that in there, 2D20.
All right, plus another 18. A healthy 167 total. I will now roll 1, 2, 3, 4
And the defense.
reinforcement points plus the occupying force, so 5 D20s plus a D100.
Oh, that was pretty low. Ooh, they can't beat us.
Yeah. Waste the 100.
75 to 77. Why are they so
Pretty-
close? It's been 2 every
pretty-
time.
Jesus.
Pretty good. But not enough to hit you guys as 167. So again, you guys successfully
Fuck,
push into that
yes.
position. Another unit moves into B, and they begin securing that location. Another unit moves into A, but those are not squads you guys have with you at this time. They're just moving throughout the rest of the city space, going to nearby allies, etc. So you've got now another one at A, 2 at B. You have just cleared 4 reinforcement pathways for now. Please, everyone, give me another description of how you guys are navigating this space with bolstering your forces and numbers and moving onward.
Roulette is going to grab Daisy, grab Loaf, grab
Love's dead.
Loaf's dead, so never mind.
Oh, God damn.
Oh no, I'm just gonna keep using the gloves, but I'm gonna take one of the gloves back and I'm going to magical tinker a message basically saying get to cover, get inside, stay hidden, as like a 5-second message into like a coin, and I'm just gonna keep shooting it like towards houses or something to get all the civilians out of our way.
Very cool.
That's really smart.
Ooh, I picture for this one. Telperian's got that unit to the Southar that he's really working with, and so on this one, he's gonna have them take a stationary position, but he's gonna pivot around the out, like maybe there's like a town square. He's gonna like hug the perimeter, and he's just gonna keep throughout, like be fighting with the sword, but be doing the telekinetic shoves, like pulls towards him. So like right at the exact moment, and then he'll like send a telepathic message to the leader, and like he'll get them all clustered right in the middle, and like this like circle over time, and then they just like shoot in a bunch of arrows after he's like got them all
Very,
gassed up.
very cool. Yeah, just hurting the crowd for maximum effectiveness of bow shots. Very cool.
Jiri will use his wind fan to like blow a bunch of soldiers up against like a building, and then he'll hop in like the wind stream and like hit like slam into them against the wall.
Very cool.
Rome continues to just like smash everything in her path.
Yes.
It's Blossom. They like frequently will like high five after like destroying something.
Oh my gosh, I'm imagining like Wild Sage like picking up like a soldier and like tossing it to you, and you like
Yeah, exactly.
eat
You
it.
should think of the video game Rampage.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a game. I think by the end of this skirmish, Toby has ended up on Rome's back and is firing off arrows and cantrips. Just
Very fucking
because that
cool.
ferocious
Yep.
image is a great rallying point for the Terra Corps.
Amazing. At the end of the second skirmish, you guys continue to barrel your way through Durast's forces, occupying this position, clearing the reinforcement paths temporarily, at least. However, an additional half hour goes by. So, Rome, we'll say you cast it in the last skirmish, so half of your hour count is gone. Which it will, if it, I think polymorph is a 1 hour duration. If it is, next skirmish it will run out. But all of you, since you've undergone now 2 skirmishes, all fighting in high intense stakes for an hour, I need a Constitution save
that
from
makes a lot of
everyone.
sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That comes from our character sheet, correct?
Correct.
That's-
Well, you in T-Rex form
Yeah, it's
probably
T-Rex.
get the Constitution of the T-Rex to aid
Oh.
you.
Oh yeah.
I hope this is a low DC.
Love the 10 on this because the O like doesn't quite as big as the 1.
No. How about Rome? Yeah, there we go.
Juice.
All of you, instilled by the adrenaline and heat of combat, all of you push past any feeling of exhaustion for now. But you are free to move further into the city. An hour has elapsed in this warfare effort on the way to the keep.
We need a short rest as we go. Point D next.
Take
D,
us there.
everyone in agreement?
Take us there.
D.
Perfect. Also, out of curiosity, if you guys were wondering about these little yellow dots, that was just representing the underground route you took to
Ooh,
pop
very
up
cool.
within
I wasn't
this
wondering that.
manor estate where the barracks were before you surged on point B. But that's just where that was. You guys move into point D. Go ahead and give me a question of interest. Do you choose to bring those 2 squads of assisting soldiers with you still, or leave any back at point E? Keep
Let's
them all with
reinforce E because we're gonna pick up more as we go.
Yeah.
We're already gonna have the number advantage.
At
Hardcore.
least one.
I'd say 2 because we're about to open C, and then we'll even have more to work with.
Alright. Leave 2.
'Cause that-
Okay. If you guys are comfortable with it, I just want to move these little dots around.
even if we leave them all, do we have any with us now, or did we only have 2?
You do not have any with you if you
I think
choose
we
to
should-
leave 2 behind at
We should
E.
keep one with us.
Okay.
That would be my.
Okay. Leaving 1 unit to...
E.
Okay. So 1 left at E. You guys move on to D, so everyone... So please pick a D100 roller.
Ooh, who's next?
MK.
Okay.
MK.
then Steve, then Rome.
Wolf.
Not good. 13 for the D100, and then. Woo, nat 20 on the morale.
Do I have Telperians in there?
No,
yet?
sorry, I was looking at my dog.
And then for our one ally,
22, baby.
Nice work.
Now I'm having a easily +2. I feel weird as the technician having such a low morale.
Looks like a 112 total
oh, against 3, we're fine.
versus a 1 D100.
That hurts.
Fairly good roll, plus 3 D20.
60, so they have a very low chance of beating us.
Oof.
35. I don't think that's enough. 59 plus 35. Nope, that is not enough. You guys continue through, although taking occasional losses. This is not without fatalities and occasional. What's the word? There's a specific word.
Casualty.
Casualty. Thank you. There are sort of inherent casualties in the fray of war, but overwhelmingly, you guys are losing very few soldiers and able to overwhelm Durast's forces so far. That position has once more been secured by you guys. Go ahead and give me a quick description of how you guys are interacting in the space as I move around some other dots as other things happen in the city. For the allies, we're keeping the enemies somewhat simple, but...
I'll go first. Jiri's got his cloud arms out, and he's like, and punching with his hands, punching with his cloud arms, like Machamp, you know what I mean, style. And then Shaggy has got his little tassels together, and he's holding Shadow Storm, the sword, with his little tassels, and he's like smacking, kind of just bending at the stomach to smack Jurassian soldiers with his sword.
Perfect. Over time, without you guys' presence, helping your odds, certain pathways and routes are becoming reinforcement paths again, as your allies don't have the numbers to dramatically overwhelm and take positions, but they're holding those positions for now. But continue with descriptions, please.
I think while I'm on Rome for the remainder that she is a dinosaur, I am using the Tethervine Quiver to aim for Wyvern riders and yank them off their mounts, spell riders. I'm trying to get the high-profile guys discombobulated and get them out of action.
Amazing.
Ooh, I got one. I'm going to use something I never use, and it doesn't work exactly like this, but I'll flare it up a little because it's the cutscene style. Telperion will run in, and this time he'll like tell the Celethal, all right, ready for this? Focus again. And he's going to go in, and he'll use his bonus action to make there's like a magical vine on Telperion's sword at the base, and he can bind people with it, but it's like the lowest save, so I don't do it very often. So he'll like have this like these vines explode out as he like hops over a crowd and like have them wrap around and again like kind of gather the forces so that the Celethar can rein in. Actually, this time they'll come in with their blades, which they haven't done a lot of yet.
Perfect.
Rome and Wild Sage Blossom dismantle buildings, and as they're doing so, like, hurl rocks at enemies and, like, rubble.
Amazing. A force of destruction with you two, eyeing certain reinforced barracks, armories, keeps, etc. that are occupied by Durast, just clobbering through those.
We want the city when we're done with it, though. Also,
which is why Roulette's like, I don't want to take out the weird fire yet. But I think she made a pouch of like 50 to 100 of these like jelly sandwiches, and I think over the next couple of hours she's gonna have Daisy practice slingshotting and seeing if she can get like on impact a little spark to happen so that it just like becomes like a little flare in the face of these enemies. which is something I actually want to do.
Yeah, that sounds very cool. Definitely achievable. I think that's everyone on that round. So you guys taking that position, clear 2 more reinforcement paths, and you avail yourselves of the option to go to H or C.
The external one, I think.
H
Well,
seems nice.
Also, Rome, your polymorph will fade at this time. You're welcome to cast again if you wish, but if you feel that you don't necessarily want to expend that resource, that's great too.
oh, C. We gotta get the gate.
Correct.
Big C.
Okay, you guys go to C. I imagine taking that 1 unit with you or leaving that unit behind for now.
Well,
I'm only done with 1 leg, but I'd like to see it.
if we take the unit with us, is there a vacuum there so D can get filled in again?
Potentially.
Why don't we leave it because we're about to get reinforced from
Yeah,
C.
I like that.
Okay.
I don't want to give over turf so easily.
Turf.
And also, we keep staying on the external.
So you do want to take the unit with you?
No, we'll leave the unit guarding.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Perfect. Okay, you guys will gather there with your forces that you have with you, your squads, leaving a spot at D, which will be able to fend off some reinforcements there, not leaving a vacuum in that position. So, no additional allies with you now other than yourselves and your squads. Go ahead and pick a new person to roll a D100, and then give me your morale checks.
Me.
Steve-O's rolling this one. Rolling this morale with +2 is so frightening.
Ooh, 39.
I have a +7 and I haven't rolled over 10 since the first roll. I rolled another dirty 20.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I would say very good. 126 I have the total at.
Oh, that's higher than I thought it
Nice.
was.
Oh, I hope they don't get over that.
If they get a 90, then it'll be close.
D100 roll for their side.
Oh! I thought it was
That's
80 for a second.
I know, I thought for a second, but then this isn't going to do anything for them, but 43-8. Once again, overwhelming their forces, occupied in that position, and not enough time to adapt to the chaos within the escape of the city. You guys overwhelm their forces once again, not without any casualties, but overwhelming in you guys' favor. Go ahead and give me a description real quick as you guys once again seize this location.
Rome calls the woodland creatures into a frenzy and like to attack the door, like specifically like bears and like wolverines and such. And she grows vines up and around the gate, like you know how, like ivy will like kind of disintegrate stone, like make it a little bit structurally unsound. That's what she does. She like grows like plants into the stone.
Amazing.
Toby's gonna hop on his Kenilworth windsail and
I was gonna take
get
mine
up
out.
high and be levitating and hovering around shooting arrows.
I was
Very
gonna
cool.
do that to alleviate the because these first few ones I was not on the boots anymore because the boots are
It would burn through quite a bit of their duration, yeah.
yeah. So I would have been on the ground / now I would just like take a minute to like go as high as I can and then wind sail around, firebolting around as needed. Yeah.
I'll join in on the fun, but not using the wind sail. I'm gonna fly on Shaggy over a group of soldiers, like air blasting, but like really close to them, like right over the top of them. And not that I'm casting it, but just from thematic purposes, Shaggy's like puffy and Jiri's puffy, and they're getting poked by like spears, and then like the soldiers underneath them are getting like carpet bombed or like crop sprayed.
I
Yeah.
gotcha,
Yes.
yeah. Gotcha.
This will be a big spell sword one. So as Topirian goes in, he'll be using a lot of like almost kind of like his invisible shield from Blade Ward in one hand that he keeps like spamming on himself, and then green or Moonflame Blade in the other. So there's just this like blue ethereal haze around him as he's swinging in.
I like to think that when Telperian's doing his Moonflame Blade over and over, it's like a shard bearer going into battle. That like your allies have to kind of stay a little clear of you because any random swing or any random fire, so like you're at the forefront and they're like supporting you.
The bows are
Very
out for
cool.
the elves again.
Very cool. As you guys take this location, once again, clearing the reinforcement paths, it has been an additional 2 skirmishes, so a second hour elapsed in this ongoing, intense effort that's draining on your physicality. I need everyone to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Are we getting the sense that in this kind of combat situation, we could hold back and like let a beat go to short rest?
You think that would be for a full hour? That'd be 2 rounds. Durast would have a lot of opportunities to reinforce positions and then attack, which you've not seen them do yet because you've been purposefully pressing onward. But securing in a position or moving backward in a position, you have threat of reinforced positions attacking that location. So that is one of a couple ways that damage can become a variable here.
Okay.
I also think even if you were in a secure position, it would probably be difficult to achieve a short rest if you're taking damage, unless you're sacrificing allies to mitigate damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Toby,
read
as he
that.
feels this exhaustion come on, I had already used my luck point for the day, but Toby is confused why there's another reserve in the medallion, and I'd like to use my second luck point from the medallion to re-roll that.
As you re-roll,
I gotta
please
start with
also
something
roll.
else.
Please also roll a D100.
Oh no, is this a chaos? That thing is all about chaos magic energy.
84 on the D100. And I got a high roll on the con save, so at least it was worth it.
As you prevent yourself from being exhausted, you accidentally injure a number of your forces. Because, and this is wildly and weirdly thematic, each creature within 30 feet of you takes 8 necrotic damage as you accidentally you're instilled with this moat of energy and chaos and power, and as you inhale, you accidentally siphon small bits of life energy, dealing 8 necrotic damage to everyone within 30 feet of you in that moment, and then you regain a number of hit points equal to that. We will say 10 people were around you in this warfare, so you can heal up to 80 hit points in
So I'll
that.
go
But
from 80
but
to
you are
80.
injuring beast folk around you, bird folk around you, Selethar, so you're accidentally injuring your force, siphoning their their life essence toward you in that moment.
Talk about not wanting to be near your allies while they're fighting.
But then with your re-rolled, is that a 24 for you?
Yeah.
So Telperion, looks like you rolled an 11 and a 9. Which
I rolled
one
a
is
9.
which? With a 9, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Jiri, with the nat 1, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm using inspiration.
Okay, you will not suffer exhaustion.
First
then
level
with
is
the
just
15.
disadvantage on ability checks, right?
It is just ability checks, yep.
Oh, rough one.
Okay. So you take the brunt of some exhaustion setting in, but I think everyone else pushes past the DC of 11. It looks like everyone does. So just Telperion suffering a little exhaustion there. Otherwise, you've captured this, and the gates are availed to you. You guys overwhelm the ramparts up at top and have access to the chain levers, and you give them a pull, and your guys are able to create another breach in the wall of Mersenia, letting additional allies in. And so far, 1 squad is able to join you. High Commander Rillis is not readily visible in this moment right yet, but the first wave of his forces charge through, not just birdfolk. He's commanding many Selethar, beastfolk, birdfolk, etc. But certainly his forces begin to funnel through the gate. So you guys have another ally there. You can choose to move to H or J.
I mean,
I kind of like the idea of trying to like cripple them and go for the heart, but we could also just storm the keep. more.
We
easily.
need to do this in as few checks as possible because soon these exhaustions are gonna fuck us over, and we got to get in there without expending stuff to kill the talent.
I think that's totally valid.
So Jay,
Make the call.
Jay,
Do you want to leave a unit at sea, or would you like to take them with you?
can we take them with us because next round someone else could come in from the external gate?
It's a good question. You have temporarily cleared these two paths of reinforcement, so it will take a round before they're able to reinforce those paths. So bringing them with you does not offer any disbenefit to you right now.
So we'll bring them with us.
Okay. Pretty tactician-y move there. Oh shit. What did I just do? Control Z.
Deleted the map.
That was just super weird. There we go. You guys move to J. Someone give me a D100 roll,
I think
and then
that's
make your
Rome.
morale checks.
Nice.
48.
Every time we make a morale check, I get nervous because. Ugh.
And
Oh,
eek.
Fuck
Stop
yeah!
it. Get them out of the way, though.
I've been getting so lucky on
and
these.
then our one ally.
I think we brought an out.
Even with some bad rolls in there, looks like still a total of 112.
Nice. It all depends on their D100 roll here.
It really does. The chaos of war is a fickle mistress.
Yes.
Okay.
45.
360, 105. We got this. And they rolled really well.
Wow.
They did roll very well, but not enough. There's no way that does it. 45 plus 39. Yeah, that does not succeed. So again, you guys are they're trying to secure certain positions but aren't able, they're not really prepared for you. Their gates have been holding, but there's been this chaos force in the midst, leading, breaking defenses, catching them off guard, and that is proving very effective for you guys. So that will be another position taken. And go ahead and give me descriptions of how you guys are continuing to move through this space.
I think that tripped up Toby a little bit and is going to try and make up for it by being much more defensive-y and warning magic with Spare the Dying, some thaumaturgy for distracting, and just basic arrow fire from the back lines to support the beast folk.
Amazing.
Rome's gonna do something similar with a low roll and do more like hidden attacks by like throwing balls of flame from distance.
Okay. Disappearing into the shadows with your stealth, and then just
Exactly.
popping up stealth fighter, guerrilla warfare style
Exactly.
with your magic. Very cool.
I'll pull a move from Wave. No, I'll pull a cool move. And I will burn a telekinetic movement, and like let's say in this one there it's kind of like a town square area, and there's like I'm just picturing like a big platform, and I call the Salithar to get on it, and then I'll use the movement to levitate it up so they all can attack from like in the very center of this like town area. They all can like take a round of using their bows from the air.
Very sick.
Then I'll be right underneath it, levitating it up.
I will join with them, and I will be shouting out trigonometric arcs and angles and telling them- trajectories. Thank you. Along with my bird folk, just like dropping their spears vertically down.
Hop zooms
Stop
before
it.
Jiri.
Oh my god.
Thing. I hate that thing.
What thing do you hate?
Whenever we switch zooms, I have to I open Zoom, which is its own browser, and then I open up the call, and the call always comes up and covers up the little browser. So then I click on the little browser, exit it out, and it's always erased because I want to get it before the call starts, and then sometimes it just won't acknowledge that I'm clicking on it. So it's like this little war that happens every time we switch. And sometimes I'll go down to the window and kill it.
Gotcha. Well, all of you given descriptions except Jiri. Jiri, what's your description of how you're engaging this combat?
Jiri, hypothetically speaking, casts lightning bolt, and he just like vaporizes like a whole line of like 100 soldiers.
So loosely with lightning lore in your capability, you're utilizing lightning magic very often. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys have seized that position and cleared reinforcement pathways from 2 additional directions. Another unit moves into reinforce Gate C as some positions are reinforced by Duras that have not been taken yet by your allies. But so far, so good. You guys are heavily in the fray, and then these units also begin to continue pushing onward and inward. And actually, one of those will join up here. Better defend that location. All right. Any reason to go to H, or would you guys prefer to assault the keep exterior at this time?
Keep.
The keep, my lord, the keep. Jesus.
Okay. You guys move forward, taking this squad with you or leaving them behind to reinforce J?
If we take them with us, next round would see have it be able to send someone up. Because H doesn't have anyone coming in it from up. Then we take them with us to the keep.
Okay. Grab that crew. Oh, nope, not that crew. And we will move into... You arrive at this large stone structure keep, and forces are there a little bit higher in number defending this location, as well as 2 reinforcement pathways available. This occupying force avails them of an extra d20. But that's functionally the only meaningful mechanical change here before you guys can potentially take this position and move into the keep. Who has our D100 roll for this space?
I think back to MJ.
Oh, no, it's back to you. I thought you did it first.
You did it first, but why doesn't Telpiron do it?
All right, I got it.
Take us home.
Take us home, 48.
Very nice.
It's funny because, like, you're not really happy for a sub 50, but you're just happy for something above 15.
Go ahead, type that in the chat. Telpiron.
Yeah, 48. Then we got a 17.
I finally rolled real low on
A
this.
12 and 8.
Ooh, get these ones out of the way.
4. Looks like I need Rome. And then Toby, will you give me that final D20 for the group
Yes.
you took with you?
Sure will.
Nat
Thank God,
20 on Rome.
Oh,
Thank God.
Nat 20
Fuck
on
yes.
on the additional allies for a total of 133.
Hot damn!
That's incredible.
More D20 to fight us with here.
I was debating an inspiration, honestly. No, I'm not.
Durast's side.
Ooh, I saw that 90. I saw that 90 and I got scared.
14 ain't good, but they get 4 D20s on their favor this time.
A nat 20, a nat 20s. I don't think that's
Not
enough.
even close.
Man, so many nat 20s.
So many nat
Pushing your
ones
way
as well.
through their
Wait,
forces. Pushing their way through their forces, you clear the surrounding spaces, blocking reinforcement paths around you guys and clearing them. How do you guys arrive at the keep in a display of cinematic glory in warfare?
I think while she's not attacking in the last thing and she's just doing math, I think she is making somewhat of a small controlled explosive with weird fire, or attempting to. She basically wants to like make a fist-sized snowball of weird fire to toss at whatever the last remaining forces are that are there.
Very cool.
Toby's gonna go back on offense and try and climb up Wild Sage Blossom and keep picking out squadron leaders, commanders, and you'll just see them periodically clutching their head as a Toll the Dead rings in their mind and they collapse.
Incredible.
I don't know what Tim's gonna do, but I want to hop on with. Your mount can hold 2 people, right?
You could. Oh, you can take Shaggy for the turn. I got an idea for just.
Oh, I wanna like. Sure. I just want to dive bomb off of him. Like I want to like have him fly me in, and Telperion just does like a tuck and roll, and he lands with a Moonflame blade, and just from the center of like from a scrum, you just see like slashes and fire, and like a person like getting physically ejected and
Jesus.
propelled into a building.
Shaggy's in the background punching with you.
Tassel punches.
Jiri, okay, so there's a group of soldiers, and they're all like firing down on our troops from like the fort, and then a sudden mist kind of just floats in behind them, and then Jiri like condenses, and he like picks up a shield, and they're like all attacking him, and for 30 seconds he's like defending with his shield and dodging, and then after 30 seconds is up, he teleports behind all of them and like stabs them in the back.
Good stuff. Hitting from all directions.
Or using Steel Wind Strike.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Because you can store up the charges for that bad boy.
That's why I had to wait.
That
3
is
seconds.
that is
Yeah.
very true, and that is not a once per day thing. That is, you could potentially do that every clash here.
Saved it for the
As long-
last.
Yeah, very fucking
Love
cool.
it.
Yeah, imagine this was his 5th time doing it, and I do it again.
Rome emerges from the shadows and like has her vines grow like from her. She becomes like a little bit more visible, maybe like like Doc Ock style, like up on like the vines, like she's elevated a little bit. She's like sending vines and like animals in the direction of.
It's like Minghua in Legend of Korra with her tendrils of water that like suspend her. You're doing that with vines. That's so sick.
You,
Well, I
your
like to
animals
think-
have like rabies or something like that. Like,
Yeah, they're diseased.
and yes, you are the bits, nooks and crannies of fauna in this landscape throughout the city are definitely flocking to your side more and more as you move through the city.
ooh, Chris, can I pick up what's it called? A specter
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
doing this to bring it along with us.
Yes, you can. All right. Well, as you take that position, and some additional things, behind you throughout the city continue to happen. Reinforcement paths reinforced again, but your allies continuing to press inward into the city throughout as well. And your numbers throughout the city are looking favorable for an ongoing warfare. It is, however, another 2 clashes, another hour gone by. I need one more Constitution save from everyone, please.
What's the next punishment if you get to 2nd level? It's like
Disadvantage on attacks.
I think attacks.
Yes.
I'm really scared to roll. Oh, I didn't need to be.
You make ability checks too, Rome. That's not good.
Wait, you can help with an ability check.
You do like
Oh, it's
I
not. It's not. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I also think Flash of Genius isn't like a thing that she's doing that you can help with a reaction. It's like an
Give your
ongoing
D8
effort.
My D8 what?
Oh no.
Also,
level-
just a single level is
two
not that bad.
Single
Or is
level's
she going?
not bad, and level 2 is speed half.
they're like D8 inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
We won it at some point. When did we get a D8? What was
Uh,
our-
we-
You
The one
guys
shot
got
fight.
one for the one-shot battle, yeah.
yeah, the one shot. Remember
You
that?
guys got those?
I used mine already.
Yeah,
I still my Braves Respite one.
You used it?
yeah, I'm positive.
But also, is it if this is only your first level? That's not
Yeah, that's my own first level of.
I was thinking Rome actually makes ability checks though, like in combat.
Which ones?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah, stealth checks. So, unless there's any opportunity to mess with her score, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion, Rome. So now, at this point, Telperion and Rome have 1 level of exhaustion, disadvantage on all ability checks. But you guys have secured the position around the keep. And Telperion, as the tactician of your army, one of the Selethar officers will come up to you and say, in Elven, of course, Prince, best we continue to hold this position to debuff any reinforcements gathering in the surrounding. We should be able to do that our squad alone and avail other units to reinforce our position. You five, as primary officers in our army, are you comfortable venturing into the keep and disposing of the Talon and her forces?
Fuck. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I put an arm on his shoulder and like jostle his arm a little bit, like making him think of my dad. And be like, we're ready for that.
It would
Very
be our
well.
pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
Good luck. And they will secure
Fuck
the
this
exterior
bitch
of the
up.
keep, and you all are able to move into the keep interior. You guys run up the steps, are able to push open the large wooden and reinforced with metal doors that avail you to the keep interior. As you move throughout the space, there does not seem to be any soldiers and knights in the immediate vicinity. You look down a hall long to your left, a hall long to your right, and there's a hall that continues straight ahead. What do you guys want to do as you begin to move into this space?
What if
I'd like to attempt a divine intervention
Hey.
Okay.
to reveal
Oh.
traps and hurdles and things that are opposed against our path in the castle.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your magic. It's the spell Find Traps.
No, I'm using divine intervention.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Yes, go ahead and roll your divine intervention.
Dang. There were so many low ones to that, not me.
All right. So we are going to face a Talon.
Nothing we haven't done before.
Huh.
If there's anything we want to get ready, now would be the time.
I will cast False Life on myself at second level. D4 plus 9. There it is.
I will get 10 feet away from everybody and cast Warding Wind on myself and Shaggy.
How long does that last?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Okay. Because we might like be a minute or two away from them.
I can always recast it too. I need to.
Oh.
And I also want to regain a spell slot.
You are able to do that with Magus.
I think it's just a D6, and then it's
Yeah.
like with a number.
Yeah, it's basically 1 and 2 give you first level, 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Oof. First level spell.
I have a thing of poison in my hand ready to go, ready to apply to my blade. And I will, like, if she surprises us out of nowhere, I obviously wouldn't have time. But, like, if we have, like, I will be planning to apply it, like, right before I think I'm about to enter her space. So we are facing likely shadow magic specifically. She's going to maybe have very, I mean, she's the pain maker is her title. So be ready for harm. And which one of my arms did she cut off? My dad's right.
Your dad's right arm.
Okay.
And she had lost her left from him.
Oh.
Trading arms.
Resistance check.
Roma's gonna cast Fire Shield on herself.
Okay.
Oh, what did this do? We had acquired
Resistance to
some flasks of golden liquid underneath the tomb
Mm-hmm.
that were like more than just the golden water.
Do you want to
have
pull
one
those
of
out, retrieve those?
I want to have one of those ready to use.
As you retrieve that from a bag of holding, a pocket, wherever, it is perfectly clear water.
Okay. I'll put it back away.
All right. I don't know if there's anything else we can do to get ready. Who are you? Should someone be invisible before we go in? Full surprise.
I have no good first level spell, so I'm gonna cast Puffy Armor at just first level on myself.
Okay. Puffy Armor using first level spell slot. You are able to do that. 5 temps, etc. Cool.
E and Shaggy.
Toby, do you want to be invisible before we go in?
If you can make me invisible, that'd be
I've
great.
got one left.
Um,
Daisy's got one left, rather. than
yes,
the...
that would be awesome.
Toby and sneak up on her and chop her arm off back.
I was thinking about that, but the best it gets me is one good attack roll, whereas Toby could stay stealthy more easily and get into a better position. I do want to take that arm off there. Also, she might have a second life. Remember Kota. If she's wearing that pauldron, she may come back with a little fight left in her.
Do we have a way to like neutralize her items, magic items?
We know she's resistant to basic weapons, I think was what they did.
No, I mean like if she's got a super good magic item.
Do we have a dispel magic on us?
I have Dispel Magic,
I do not have a
but
counter
it
spell.
doesn't remove enchantments from things.
You do not have counterspell?
No, I do not.
That's not on the cleric list, is it? Like Toby can't do that?
Counterspell? No.
Very arcane. All right. Well, I don't think we have too much to overthink here.
I will take the owl. How much can Daisy carry? She's a medium creature, right?
Yeah, medium creature, strength
Oh, actually,
of...
I have a
what's her
stat block
strength?
for her. I'm
Yeah,
silly.
and I think strength is generally their strength score, or carrying capacity, strength score times 15, whatever that means for
Oh.
her.
That's 210 pounds.
Yeah, so.
Daisy is going to have the mask of fairy fire on her back, like she's just carrying it like a sled on her back. And then I'm going to drape the cloak of Griffin's rebuke over that.
As you're retrieving that from your pack, you pull
Oh,
it out,
no.
and as you're situating it, none of your allies seem to be lit in golden flame.
He's the boss of big boy. Do you have my cloak of?
I cast,
Very nice. So I
I will then cast Steel Sync as I see
Okay.
this giant mask.
Okay.
It's not doing
So you
it.
hand it to the Daisy, it's not doing anything. So then you cast Steel Sync. Daisy opening her little cylindrical appendages and attaching herself around you, bolstering your defensive capabilities.
little lady.
Perfect. Giving you many temps and some other benefits. We haven't seen that spell in a little bit, so please just familiarize yourself, make sure you know all the things,
know,
because I
it's-
don't know that I've looked at it in a little bit.
I know it gives me the cantrip thing. I know it gives me extra movement,
And temps equal to her available health at the time.
and the force damage. Yeah.
Yep.
I shouldn't have used my spells.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
Do we know what damage type she does from last
Slashing.
time?
She had these long chain blades. She was a copper dragonborn woman or green.
Green.
Green. So poison.
Poison?
She probably has some extra juice with Painmaker stuff that we saw with Ezrin. Which I think that was just affording him
Oh.
spell casting.
Super quick thing. I am concentrating on the invisibility, not Daisy, because Daisy is now an object. So
So you can't get. Is it still
no,
sync? Is still sync? concentration?
No, it is not.
Nice.
That lasts until I want it to.
So you're invisible unless Toby's invisible by your concentration.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, Toby, invisible. Got it.
And I will wait until like we are close to that door to do the invisibility for the hour.
Okay.
Done.
Just so the general crowd knows, I'm out of spell slots. I've got one twinned mind sliver left in the cloaky thing.
The wand of invisibility is kaput for the day.
I have one
I
spell.
will
and it-
be at the front of us, invisible, or getting ready to be invisible, and I want to be keeping an eye out for reinforcements around corners, just generally trying to not have people surprise us.
It's gonna be
Rome.
smashing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
sorry.
guys can continue to talk for 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
He's got to poop.
I have to pee.
Go
What
do
were
it.
you-
I was gonna ask what spells, how many spell slots Rome's got still available. And Toby.
I've got 2
Yes, I'm
fourth
concentrating on something
levels,
else right now. I
and then
know.
I've got first and second levels.
I have 1 6,
Ooh, very
1
nice.
5th, 2 3rd, 2 2nd.
Alright, so you're stacked. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get up
Be
close
nice
to the
to have
invisibility and bane her. Because I want her not being able to hit us.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat her.
I think Rome is going T-Rex mode, is what it sounds like.
Worst case scenario, I have a giant barrel, 10 barrels of weird fire to drop on her.
That's not a bad idea to hit her with one, because then, like, she stays on fire, right?
I mean, we all stay on fire at that point, but it's
Just,
like,
if we just hit her, you know, like one of those, like, little potions, you know?
oh, someone has those. Yeah, I don't
I
have
have
those.
6 of them, so I
You have
guess,
6.
does anybody want any to potentially throw at her?
Have what?
Vials of weird fire.
Because it would be better than casting, like,
Fire
who's the
bolt.
name?
Yeah.
And fire bolt, I think. Actually, I don't remember what they do. I'm pretty sure the fire like stays on them for like.
Does extra attack let you throw 2 things?
Depends on like
Improvised weapon.
kind of. It depends on how much object interaction I have to do to get them in my hands for throwing, which is the biggest downside to throwing.
Weird fire. Let's see.
Okay.
20 feet. 1d4 fire damage. Okay, they're not that great. Never mind.
That's not right at all. Oh, okay.
That's what I have. Weird fire.
Oh yeah. What'd you say? Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Tim?
On a hit, it takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. A creature can end this damage by using an action to make a DC 10 dexterity check to extinguish the flame. I guess if it's a long battle, that could like add up. But
I mean, yeah, it gets rid of their action if they want to put it out, or it could disrupt concentration.
yeah,
Definitely
so
useful.
it's not bad.
Definitely useful.
Yeah. Oh, good on. Yeah, it's actually really good against spellcasters.
Spellcasters. Crit, you're muted, I think.
Yeah, it's essentially Alchemist's Fire with some additional properties that matter for the world, but
Okay. Does anybody want any of them? I have 6.
I'll take 1.
I'll take 1.
Okay. I have 4.
I guess I'll take one.
I have 3. Rome,
I don't want any. I'm gonna be a T-Rex on fire. So.
you got it.
We're gonna be a T-Rex on fire. Actually,
on fire.
That's right. It's the exact energy.
Isn't fire shield a concentration spell?
No, it's not.
I don't think it is.
It's not?
No, I
That's
remember specifically
awesome.
It's not.
I was like, I don't want to say it, but I would but I didn't want to
Remember the gate piece.
not say it. That's so good.
I'm ready.
Ready.
all right.
Ready.
I wish I could have a loaf. My dad
As
took
you
me
all
away.
As you all continue through the halls of the keep, double checking around the corners, clearing the halls, checking rooms as you pass, moving through the kitchen, the bathhouse, the final hall leads towards this beautifully stone-hewn set of large doors, maybe of dwarven make in their original construction, that surely lead to the throne room. Do you guys go ahead and push open those doors?
I get up
Invisible.
close. I get up close to the doors. And I cast a spell.
What are you intending to cast? And is this a cantrip, something a magic item avails you of?
I'm gonna actually. I'm hanging on to the cast. Detect thoughts.
Okay. Got it.
Wait, Jiri, can your thing peer through the door?
Yes, I shall look through the door and see who is on the other side.
Is that available after a short rest? No, you guys did long rest in the tunnels. Yeah. So you're good to go.
So I turn on my X-ray vision.
Mhm.
I look through the door.
Does it specify anything on a distance? 30 feet, 60 feet?
Let me
If
look.
not, that answers my question.
Yeah, my spell only has a range of 30 feet, so like 30 feet of knowing what's in front of the door doesn't work very well.
Ghostly gaze. Solid objects a range of 30 feet for 1 minute.
Okay. You look 30 feet ahead, and you can see stone pillars adorning the side of what looks like part of a throne room with a large teal runner set into the carefully carved stone ground. You see braziers set along some of the columns, but your vision fuzzies 30 feet out. You don't see any enemies within that 30 feet.
All right, let's move in.
Back up, everybody. And I want us to all get against the wall, and if I can swing the door handle with Kair. And even if we need to, I'll throw a rope.
The doors are large in stone and a little above Kair's threshold to move.
Make me invisible and I will push it open.
Sure. I don't want an easy attack on whoever opens the door.
You are invisible.
Perfect.
I will push open a door.
Yeah.
And stick my head through.
You push open the door, and you all can see a throne room. Beautiful dais set up on the far end of the side. Nice stone throne. Whatever reigning lord of the city would be here certainly handles their meetings and holds audience here for citymen's needs, whatever may happen in this space. It seems to be fully empty.
Can anyone detect magic?
I will turn back to Telperion, say, empty. I'll also turn back where we came from, make sure no one was following us.
No one is behind you.
I will stealth in invisibly and start walking along, like, this way.
Okay.
Slowly, keeping an eye out, looking for traps where dust has been disturbed, like anything I can pick up on.
Tobirama, as you move into this space, it doesn't take you any difficulty at all to see, once you've stepped into the space, the broken string of wire just inside this door. And as you see that, you hear what seems like a warping of air in the space ahead of you.
Nope.
Appearing via teleportation in this space, in gleaming armor, holding Illimir. The Arc Knight appears and greets you all.
He's sexier.
Are we in the room?
You guys are welcome to be just outside of the room if you wish. I know you are here. I hoped you would all make it this far. Palin Vitria was less than pleased when I relieved her of command here when receiving intel of your presence along the exterior forces marching on the city. She has faltered frequently in the eyes of the king, and replacing her in command was easy. But I did not seek out this change for command, for its tactical benefit. Where are you? Your group has captured my attention. And he just stands there.
Do I get the sense he is seeing me as I am invisible?
He is not moving his head right now based on your whatever movements you may or may not be doing.
Oh, you put it back up.
Though if you choose to move your position without stealthing, he would theoretically be able to hear you.
Right.
Can you put it back on the screen for me? I clicked out.
Fucking cauldron.
How far away is he from the doors?
Right now, 45 feet.
Alright, I think it's Alperion. I'm going in. I need to see what's underneath that armor.
Going with you.
And I'll step in and try to move 15 feet so that I can use my X-ray vision to see through his armor.
Okay. You do so.
Wait, did Toby warn us at all about the barbed
Oh, no,
wire?
you guys is it's not barbed wire, it was an alarm wire.
Oh, got it.
But Jiri, you rush into that space and you open your gaze and try and see beneath his armor. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going in with Jiri.
To look upon the body of the Arc Knight is to make you weep.
I'm
Stupid
weary.
sexy Flanders.
16 is enough to shut your eyes quickly enough so the blinding sensation does not obscure your vision for a full minute of time. It looks like your ghostly gaze is unable to pierce Celestial at this time. His gleamingly reflective armor carrying divine defense.
Dude, it's like
And
lead.
above the capability of that ability for now. There you are.
Oh.
You,
Hi.
specifically, Palin Slayer. Where are
Me?
the rest of you? Collect yourselves.
It's just me.
Do not take me for a fool.
I'll
Alright,
nod to Rome as we walk in, I guess trailing in behind the other two gents who've already walked in.
It's just me and then my friends too, I guess. I didn't lie.
You all are an impressive group. You have befriended a creation queen at the side of the one you called Gallus. You raised armies of vermin and hermits to rival our forces. You thwarted Vitria twice over, eluded Moira's grasp, and even slayed the third best swordsman I have ever known. You are impressive. But though I am eager to test your strength, be warned. You walk into no mere sparring match. My blade is driven, not only by curiosity, but also rage, fueled by the memory of when you spoiled my final exchange with my previous master on that hill. Those moments were reserved for him and I alone. Come and cling to your last remaining breaths with everything you have. And he raises his sword Illimir in the air and twists it, preparing a defensive posture. And I need you all to please roll initiative.
Me and Rome at disadvantage.
Rome and Telperion do have disadvantage on the initiative check.
Nice. That's
I'm
gonna
just
be a
moving it so
solid
that I'm on
6.
Shaggy.
Fuck you, Arknight.
How do I become unexhausted?
You gotta sleep.
Long
my
rest.
God.
Or
Oh
I
my-
have to use 100 diamond gold worth.
No, Jerry, no.
Why? Why me?
I have an 8. It's not saying it though.
We can add you real quick here.
Mine was a 6.
I did. Look, it's even highlighted from me clicking it.
You were 6, Rome.
Yeah, 6.
Look at the kids going first. Oh, I guess I aged half a decade, so I'm not really a kid anymore.
All right.
Toby, what's your dex?
My dex is +2. 14.
So technically, I mean,
so-
until there's surprises, I'm before the Arc Knight, and I don't need to move myself up theoretically. I could just pull someone who's below me up.
What?
Well, unless there's surprises, I have a higher initiative than him, so I don't need to adjust
Oh.
myself this time around.
You can pull Jerry up.
Also, in case it wasn't clear, just to clarify on a table level, a minor sentence in there was intended to clarify that you guys being spotted outside of Mersenia in the original approach changed the Talon that would be here.
We're not killing him.
We got spotted.
Yes.
Because we someone's health went down low enough in the fight.
A commander
This
was
was
revealed.
10 sessions
that
ago,
was- that was
8
Jiri.
sessions ago.
Yeah.
I will put Jiri before me.
Okay, snappy.
Appreciate it.
to
Thank you
above
for rescuing me from the bottom of initiative.
Got you.
Spectre versus Rome. Who has higher dex? And same question for Telperion.
+2.
Oh wait,
That's
hey,
not fun. Yeah, you can make a retroactive decision since
I
his
would put
dex
myself
outweighs
below Roulette.
yours.
I will put myself below Roulette, and I will get.
Sorry, Jiri, that's for next turn potentially.
Yeah.
I'm +2.
But then Spectre versus Rome. Rome's a +2. What's Spectre working with?
Also +2.
Okay, we'll let the PC go first then.
Makes sense.
Perfect. All right. Top of initiative, Telperion. Snap yourself to after roulette. Toby Rama, invisibly able to move first.
Ooh, Toby.
Act or cast a spell. What to do first? I'm gonna think
Forward tilt.
to Telperion. Tell Jiri I will empower his first hit against him. And I will use the Channel Divinity, which is not an attack or spell, on the Arknight. Well, I will ready it. I will ready it until I see Jiri charging in with his sword to
Bonus action.
Okay.
curse.
We have less than a minute, so let's top zooms.
I'm just getting.
And then, what for a bonus action? What for a bonus action?
Weird having Daisy on me because I don't have any bonus actions now.
I don't think I will be doing anything with a bonus action. I don't think I'll pull him, so. Yeah, so I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Yes. And that's my turn.
Okay. Roulette.
You know that thing in one of the Mission Impossible movies where Tom Cruise is fighting Henry Cavill and he like cocks his arms as he goes to punch? Roulette does that as she takes 3 steps forward, but like the shield sparks a little bit and then the flail lights up with lightning. As for my first attack, I will do my Bioshock Strike, which is the green flame blade.
Two things. One, as you approach him, you see his head momentarily distracted from you as he does clock an invisible friend moving off in the distance. Then he returns his gaze to you. Go ahead and move forward to interact. Do you want to swing out against him?
Right before the swing, I will like take my like shield hand behind, and I'll go like, me, look at me, and I'm just gonna take a swing.
Please roll with disadvantage.
What if I don't want to?
Well, I said so.
Sure. I'll roll with the disadvantage. I don't know if that went through.
Has not seemed to come through yet, but we can give it a second here.
Wait, hold on. There we go.
Mayflower.
I don't think a 15 is gonna hit the bottom
15 hit?
right.
He shifts his body very slightly, and your trajectory's just off. But it seems more of a precision on his
He
point,
took the
not
dodge action.
necessarily that you were that close to hitting him.
Yeah. I'll retract it and then I will just swing again.
Please disadvantage again.
Same exact
Same exact thing. You try and correct, and with minimal motion expended, he just steps away from the course of your trajectory.
I was at 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Oh.
Wait, 1, 2. Actually, yeah, I'll step up 5 feet because I should have done this before. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am up behind him. Yeah. End of turn.
As your turn ends, he will take a villain action. He will turn around, raising Illimir in the air. And as he puts his motion into striking you, he disappears before appearing over here and making a single attack with advantage against a target there. You are invisible, so your disadvantage cancels out his advantage. A single roll against you,
18.
Toby Rama.
I'm imagining he has a very high chance to hit.
I literally thought of this move.
A 31 to hit you.
That will hit.
As slashing into you, 17 slashing damage and 9 radiant damage as the golden, like, light, crystalline light made visible here, just drifting off his sword like sunlight.
4 radiant damage for me.
It will be 4 radiant damage for you. So 21 damage, and are you concentrating on anything?
No.
Okay.
Clearly can't.
My temps and my resistance ate a lot of that.
One weapon
I only
attack.
lost 9
Yeah,
HP
I'm
there.
actually concentration, Steve.
The readying of a casting of a spell.
I'm not casting a spell.
Oh, you're
It's a
Oh
feature.
no, you are. Yeah, so
I'm
you are.
readying a feature.
Yeah, that's interesting. Readying
Next
an
to a spell
attack.
slot.
Readying an attack or readying a channel divinity.
And that's not a concentration feature anyway.
It is when you're holding. If you're holding a blight, you are functionally
It's not a spell.
concentrating on that.
But I'm
That-
not
so
using
that's-
a spell.
Yeah, so that's what I just want to double check. I believe that's the case. I do want to get it right here.
Done this several times.
Yeah, I definitely trust you. I just want to. I'm not familiar enough with this. When you ready a spell, holding on to the spell's magic requires concentration. I agree. This is not a spell you're concentrating on or holding, so it is not concentration based. Perfect. Okay, Roulette, it is the end of your turn. Villain action 1 has been used. Telperion, it is your turn.
I will bonus action. When's Toby's turn? Is Toby already gone?
Yes, I already went.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything for you then. I'm gonna move forward. If I move forward 35 feet, most I can do is get here, right? That's my movement right now.
It would seem so, yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't. Can I kitty quarter him?
No, can't kitty quarter enemies. You can. I let you guys do it with allies, but
Okay.
catty corner. Kitty corner.
Kitty corner. Kitty corner to Arknight.
Jesus.
Oh, what I will do though, as I walk here, I'll bonus action shove Toby over one.
I will let
Further
it-
away from me.
Do you have to see me?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw where he slashed, but I don't know if that avails you of that.
Yeah, you know where he is, but if you have to see him to target him, yeah.
It's always like annoying trying to find your abilities when you have so many.
The features and traits page is very unorganized.
You, as a bonus, you can also attempt to shove a creature with your mind. As a bonus action, you can. Oh, creature can see, of course. All right, then I get here. And I will try to. I'll set. I'll do a regular swing.
You'll do a regular swing at the Arknight. Okay, go ahead and please roll with disadvantage.
I rolled an apple and a nat 20.
As soon as he attacks Toby Rama and you're flanking him from around, he just immediately, instinctively turns around and blocks you and just almost lets your strike get closer to him before pushing it off.
And then I will mind sliver him.
Okay. Intelligence save from him.
15.
Oh, that's probably what he's good at. Oh.
You are the telepath. Skilled in swordsplay. Are you to be a worthy adversary? We shall see.
I'm gonna for 5 feet away from me with a psionic push.
Bonus action psionic strength.
Yeah. Let's see what these numbers are.
Strength saving
Oh,
throw.
Jesus. 14 is crazy.
What?
Well, now we
All right,
know that.
everybody. We have now seen his intelligence saving throw and his strength saving throw. And
Are you, like, writing this shit down?
and I look at him and I say, "What right do you have to the sword?" And then I'll blast Jerry a message that his next strike is about to get empowered, and then that's my turn.
Okay. It will be the Arknight's turn. The Arknight will hold his sword sideways, begin muttering an incantation, and you see golden bits of light like drift off it, and it begins to move faster. His motions magically enhanced as he will cast haste on himself.
Oh, I don't like that.
With the sword.
He was sort of enhancing his swordsmanship.
Okay.
His somatic moments were coming from his free hand, and it was an arcane incantation. Immediately after casting a spell, due to his war magic trait, he will make, using his bonus action, will make one strike at you, Telperion.
Jeez.
I will. Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. I can't. What reaction? Oh, shit.
Yeah, Toby, you do have a choice to make.
I know. I
Do
am.
not let him crit on me. It's the reaction to take.
Bro. What's the
Yeah.
other reaction that you have?
I was
What-
gonna
Buffing
use
your
a
next
hit.
vulnerable to your Eldritch Smite.
No.
Which I can do again later. It doesn't get consumed by me readying it. So yeah, I will use my reaction to negate the effects of the critical.
Interesting. Yeah. I agree with that. Spells are worded differently where they would be consumed and lost, but I agree. A feature isn't necessarily playing by the same rules. So you will cancel the crit?
Yes.
Okay. So Telperion, it looks like 20 slashing damage and 7 radiant damage to you with this strike. And then he will use his hasted action to make one more strike.
I'm gonna block a D8 of that
Okay.
with a shield. Oh, fucking yes! I rolled an 8, so 8, 9, 10, 11 of that is blocked. So how much is
Okay.
left over?
So you will only
16.
take 16 damage instead.
2 negations. He still did 16.
And as he kind of swipes you quickly and sort of bats your sword away with his hasted strike now, he puts a lot of force, and you can tell it in his posture how hard this is going to hit should it hit you, and thrusts toward your chest as he makes a great weapon master strike against you.
I will use. I mean, I think this is potentially worthwhile. I want to use a point of inspiration to make him re-roll that.
Reroll. Okay. Point
Oh
of
my God.
inspiration expended.
I mean,
Reroll
plus 10
that
is
great
a
weapon
lot
master.
More
We had to
reasonable
take plus
avoid.
5 off, so he's.
That's
He did
built
take
into
plus
the
5
thing
off.
there.
Yep.
I was just telling Steve.
15.
Reroll. 20.
I have a 19 AC.
Sick.
I mean, a plus 10 is the closest we're going to get to affecting a reroll, so I'm okay with that.
Thanks for trying.
With that, 41 points of damage on that strike.
Okay.
31
41 damage.
slashing.
Well, quick question.
Yeah, Steve.
The point of inspiration makes you reroll the d20.
Yeah.
Not the damage die.
Oh, that's fair. That's a fair
Okay,
qualification.
okay,
I'm
okay,
on board with that.
okay.
Sure. So you don't
Oh.
take 41, you take 33
Oh.
damage.
Thank you,
Yes.
Steve.
That's
I
fair,
just-
Steve. Yeah, that's
That was
fair.
that was a jump in damage. So
Yeah.
Woo!
No,
I'm at
you're absolutely.
under
That's
half
very
now
fair.
already.
Okay, so 33 damage with that strike.
Wait, we have to dispel the haste on him.
Yes.
I'll try.
Then
2 dispellers.
he will action surge. With an arcane charge, he disappears from you all's vicinity, moving instead to here. With 4 attacks with his multi-attack, we'll do 2 at Rome, 1 at Shaggy, 1 at Jiri, in that order.
Okay, well, he's gonna get hit by my fire shield twice then.
He might.
Potentially.
Well,
Well, yeah,
could-
he may change his decision making on the second, but we'll see. Okay, so first strike at Rome.
Alright.
Hang on for a second. Oh, I guess it just the visual is
That's
being
happened
weird, but he did
before.
roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has happened before. So a 30 to hit you, Rome.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so 21 damage,
Mighty.
14 slashing, and 7 radiant. And then how much fire shield retribution happens?
I just had it up. Hold on a second. I'm pretty
Dude,
sure
it's gonna be so hard.
2d6.
I love that the first damage.
Alright, no.
that's
2d8.
done-
2d8 fire damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll your 2d8.
The fire shield is the first blood drawn.
Seriously.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know that we can.
Is he immune to fire?
I
love
don't know.
it.
He might be.
6.
A flash of fire splashes towards him, and you don't even see a glow from heat on metal. It just wicks off the armor.
Alright. So that does
Second
nothing.
strike at you. Now that he has attacked you and assessed your ability to dodge or not dodge, he's comfortable throwing a great weapon master attack at you. Only a 16 to
Ooh.
hit. Will that hit you?
Yeah.
No!
No!
You are almost able to evade this strike as he gets a little aggressive, putting brute force behind his strike rather than precision, but he still connects for 32 damage.
Kill me now. 32.
No.
Are you concentrating on anything, Rome?
No.
Okay. Then the final 2 strikes of his multi-attack, one at Shaggy, one at Jiri.
Shaggy first.
Natural 1
Shaggy.
on Shaggy.
Question for
Shaggy
you,
dodges.
Britt.
Yep.
I'm reading haste,
I
and
wanna
it says
hit,
they gain
right?
an additional action on each of their turns.
Which
I
can
don't-
only be used to use one
One
attack.
So, is this part of his 4?
No,
You're
he
using. I'm
he
just-
used
I'm
an
gonna ask
action surge. He used an action surge. That's what's availing him of this scenario, which is 4 attacks.
it. But is haste part of those 4?
No, it is absolutely
that,
not.
That was just what I was wondering.
No, he's a high enough level fighter where he has 4
Jesus.
natural multi attacks.
Fuck. Oh.
I need to get a Bane on this dude.
So a nat 1 on Shaggy. Jiri, how do you maneuver Shaggy so that he helps you dodge that strike?
Shaggy kind of like folds forwards, and it like so that Jiri's like kind of leaning forward, so the blade kind of goes right underneath Shaggy.
As soon as you do that, he corrects and moves his blade upward rapidly with his one arm, aiming for you now. Single attack left.
Yeah,
28 to hit
that does hit.
for 17 and then 6. So I think you avoid some of that because of your puffy armor.
Yeah, he gets steamed for 5 damage.
Exactly similarly to the fire shield. You see it just like it wicks away from the armor. It's not even like affecting the armor. This thing has heavily defensive capabilities, and you guys will need to continue poking at it to understand its capabilities. That will hit you for 23 damage. Are you concentrating on anything?
I am on warding wind.
Okay, so please make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
11.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going off the attack. Yes, you're right. 11.
Alright, I didn't need it anyways. It wasn't helping me.
Okay. The wind disperses a little bit. You know no ranged attacks are probably coming at you in this fight.
So we haven't
Yeah.
damaged him yet.
Yeah.
That will do it for the Arc Knight's turn.
He seeds the fight.
Rome, you are up.
Realm.
All right. He's right next to me, so I'm going to cast Contagion.
Hmm.
It requires me to make a melee spell attack against a creature within my reach, so I'm gonna primal savagery. I guess.
You can pivot around him to get it flanking, and make that an advantage.
Wait, what? Say that again.
If you walk around and stand over here, you could have advantage against him.
Oh, perfect. Well,
Melee-
then we're gonna do that.
Melee spell attack just means you roll your like spell attacking ability modifier from melee range.
Oh, all right. Well, then it's a plus 11, so I guess I rolled that.
Okay. So plus 11 with advantage, you are indeed flanking with him. With Jiri and Shaggy.
That's not this.
Roam, get Rome.
Does she get disadvantage for attacking?
No, she does not. It has been his turn, and he did not take the dodge action.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
I would recommend any inspiration people have because that's a big spell to use.
Well, we got to know if 19 makes it or doesn't, right?
Generally speaking, you have to use certain modifiers. You're allowed to know the roll, but not the
Okay.
result. Some things are worded like that, so you guys are welcome to make any modifiers you wish.
I'm gonna give you.
Inspiration points are kind of table level, so they can supersede that retroactively. That's fine, but
What about the
abilities?
D8? The
We also
D8?
know.
I think a D8 is like a bardic inspiration. That's within the mechanics of here, so that you'd need to make that choice now.
All right, I'm gonna use the D8 on this 19
Okay.
for you, Alex. So
You or Rome can roll that D8, what you guys prefer.
I'll roll it.
You can do it. 23.
With
Wait,
a
wait,
20
Don't say a crit. Do we have any more D8s to pile on because he
I don't.
has +2 from haste?
I am.
That is, I mean, I've got Jiri's, I think. He gets like a daily one or something like that. Where is it?
I used my D8 on.
Jiri at least used to with the Meko feature, but
Oh,
that's
but
no
there's more
longer
Meko, yeah.
in play. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, wait, hang on. I have one, but I've been saving it from like the Braves Respite stuff, and I don't. Does it do half damage if he doesn't make it?
So, on a hit, the target is poisoned, and at the end of each of the poisoned target's turn, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. If the target succeeds on 3 of these saves, it's no longer poisoned. The spell.
So nothing happens if she misses.
Brother.
And then we get to choose the disease for the spell's duration, and any of the
Okay, yeah.
diseases essentially give him disadvantage on some check. So we'll have to decide that after the fact if we get it.
Wait.
All right, I'll use my Braves Respite D8 to buff this.
Okay.
Yay!
8.
31.
So
Yeah.
30.
Rome, what does it look like when you connect with the Arknight and affect him with this spell? You do hit.
She touches him with her vines, and it's like her vines kind of infiltrate the body. I mean,
Slinking through gaps in this beautifully intricately segmented armor that just provides perfect range of motion but maintaining ideal seals for defensive capabilities. You are able to get your tendrils in there and affect him. He's poisoned, or what's the exact thing of this situation?
so I wanted to consult with the party here in that I can essentially give him a disadvantage on any of the big 6 checks. My question is, what do we want to give him disadvantage on?
I really like that last one. If we hit it once, he's stunned.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
Slimy Doom. They have disadvantage on Constitution checks and Constitution saving throws. In addition, whenever they take damage, it is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Wow.
Slimy Doom.
Stunned?
I mean, do we like that one? I mean,
Yeah.
Stunned?
Yeah, because
It also makes
Jiri's about to
his,
do automatic damage.
concentration checks disadvantage,
Which is haste.
which is haste, which is many things. Slimy Doom.
Slimy Doom.
Slimy Doom.
New group name. New group name.
Slimy D.
Slimy Doom.
Assuming that they are poisoned.
Yeah.
On a hit, the target is poisoned.
At the
Yeah.
end of each of its turns, it then makes so it can rebuff the situation quickly, or if it fails 3 before it succeeds 3, this lasts for 7 days of time. But in the interim, it just is active for the time being until he pushes past it or not. Understood. Okay. You pick Slimy Doom, infect him. This is
Yep.
also not, I think, literally mechanically poisoning him. You're affecting him with a disease. It's not like it doesn't say they become poisoned per se. You see him look down and stumble for a moment. Fascinating. You
Yeah.
are worth your title, Mythaline.
Yeah.
Yo, should I bonus action vicious mockery him?
Of course.
yes.
Of course.
Okay.
Wait, also,
Slap him back.
Yeah.
you have that temp HP thing, and we're all hurting bad.
Oh,
But
yeah, okay.
we gotta deal damage at some point.
That's true, too.
until then,
Damage
like,
for haste or
Yeah.
attempts. I can do some big healing on my turn.
yeah, somebody's gotta hit him at some point.
That's
Okay.
true.
Is that alright? Okay, so I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
Okay. Wisdom save on his part.
Yes.
19.
Yep.
19.
Okay, so we've
Wiz
seen
save
intelligence, we've seen
19.
strength. We're about to see.
Wisdom. We're gonna see charisma
Wisdom.
soon from me. Plus
Oh,
4. That's a fail.
He'll
Yeah.
try and indomitable it.
I rolled a 4. Oh.
He'll try and indomitable it.
But he gets disadvantage on his next attack roll if this fails.
Oh snap!
He does not succeed on a vicious mockery. What do you say to get in his head after he is surprised that your magic has affected him and you add insult to injury? What do you say to him?
Guess you're not so powerful after all.
Snap!
Love it. Love it. Love
What's
it.
his
He
strength?
didn't see that coming.
He didn't.
That's
Is
it.
that it for your turn, Rome?
Yep, that's it.
He will use a villain action.
as he's stunned.
Surprised by your endeavor, you hear a grunt of frustration, and he traces a sigil in the air and targets himself with Dispel Magic. He will use his highest available spell slot to do so. Yes, Steve, rules lawyer, checking me.
So
He
if I
is
remember
not
back
stunned.
to
He is not stunned.
no, I know that. If I remember back to the dinner with Yukata Man, casting Dispel Magic on a person at a high
Ends
enough level.
all active effects of that level or lower on themselves, which will have a repercussion here. Jiri/Tim, to answer your question, although the vicious mockery worked and is addling his mind, he seemed to take no damage.
So psychic, fire.
No.
So he will have a disadvantage on his next attack roll. The function of the spell worked, but he did not take that
You
damage.
wouldn't know this.
Wait, so is he not slimy doomed anymore?
Potentially.
That is what is currently happening. He stands up straighter, his posture freed from that disease, as well as you see a faint disapparition of magic all around him. Haste and another spell that was active on him are released, and he is locked in place for the moment.
And then final question, I assume you already factored this in. He did Contagion, I think, is 5th level, so I'm assuming there was no need for him to roll.
There was no need for him to roll.
Imagine trying to get anything past the 5 of us.
Wait, is there something that happens when haste ends?
Yeah, he's stunned.
He is lethargic. He cannot, I think the wording is, he can't move or take actions until after his next turn.
Got it. Okay.
So he basically sacrificed a turn of freedom for you guys so that he would not fall
Still
under
kind
the
of stunned
sense
him
of
for one turn.
it is kind of effectively a stun, but he did not want to fall prey to that high level magic.
Hey.
That will be it for his villain action.
Oh, I wish.
It is the Spectre's turn.
Now we don't have to put magic off him.
He'll get in this space so that he can flank with Rome, and he will try to suck the life essence out of.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Alright, we know 31 hits.
Jesus.
Wait, I can't believe it. So he didn't take psychic damage, so he might be immune. Sorry.
Steve, what you got?
Is it the same thing as the what Verp faced with the single digits?
Oh, we have to do
You guys have also the Daginsian Golem had a sturdy
That's what I'm gonna say.
trait.
Sorry, the Golem. Yeah, it was the
You
single.
guys may need to poke and prod to understand the capabilities of this armor.
27.
Life drain 27 does hit. He cannot take a reaction to try and debuff you. He is fully allowing that to happen. Essentially, 27 hits for how much damage?
15 necrotic damage.
As Spectre kind of Dementor's kisses, you hear like a dissatisfying sucking sound, and no life energy is drained from the Arknight.
So how do we
I do think he still has to make this saving throw, though. He does not take necrotic damage, but he may have to succeed on this. Equal to the damage taken, so it's 0 damage taken, so it's actually not functionally meaningful to roll that check.
Dang.
But he did not seem to be injured by that endeavor. But a 27 did hit.
Alright. And then Spectre will get out of my way so that I can attack.
Okay. It will be your turn, Jiri.
Alright, Jiri will use his bonus action to target the Arknight. And then he's going to take 2 attacks at him with his Shadow Storm Blade.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. You do have advantage.
No, I'm gonna do. Oh, no.
19.
19 will harmlessly bounce off the armor of the Celestial. You even see the lightning damage that affects targets even on a miss just crackles harmlessly and is like repelled off the armor.
Oh, what to do? What to do?
Alright,
so-
I'm gonna try to smack him one more time.
As a party, our priority has to be to figure out now how to damage him in Celestial Armor. Because fucking with that armor is like, no damage we do is going to matter until we figure out how to disrupt it.
28 is a healthy hit. Looks like 17 slashing, 2 lightning.
Yep.
For a total of 19 damage. Once again, this time you're sure you're hitting where a plate doesn't meet, but it just repels your blade just like the miss. Harmless.
Anyone got to beat a force?
Okay.
So lightning.
That's my action. That's my bonus action. That's all I can do.
Okay. Top of the round, Telperion, you can make an adjustment.
I'll put Jiri underneath me.
Okay. Toby, you are able to act invisibly. Out of curiosity, I'm sorry, never mind.
Is he
We're good.
Did you get damage?
I have not taken damage. No.
He's still okay. That's
What
okay.
damage types have we done? We've done lightning,
Nec-
fire, necrotic,
slashing.
slashing.
Force.
Someone-
We need to try force.
I do have force,
Psychic.
but
And at a table level, also just a DM comment, I certainly would not ever throw horrible experiences your way on purpose. So this is certainly a challenge, but it's also potentially an opportunity to learn.
Okay.
Even steam damage didn't work.
I am going to.
Wait, shit,
Cast.
it's not listed on the thing. Fuck! He's a frog in a suit of armor. He dies.
Okay. Yes. Fuck, this is gonna fucking thaw. I will cast what I am calling Split Between Realms as I use Ray of Enfeeblement to have the damage his strength weapon attacks do.
What does he need to do, or do you need to
I
do?
need to make a ranged spell attack, and at the end of each of his turns, he can try and rebuff this.
Toby Rama, as you are casting that spell, you can see his lethargic hand trying to lift in your general direction, and you hear a mutter of an incantation, but it's too slow and faltering, and he cannot pull it off.
All right, with my new fancy plus 11 on spell attacks.
Would this be with advantage?
I don't think so, but I rolled a 19, so that's
It
30.
will. You are an unseen attacker, so if it's a spell attack roll, then yes, it will have advantage.
Crit doesn't do anything for me, so no
But
big
still
deal.
take it because his AC can
It could affect modifiers, but
I
what
rolled
was
a
your
19
roll?
plus 11, 30.
Okay, yeah, 30.
As I become visible,
do become
and I am
visible.
now concentrating on this. I will take one step here.
What does it
and-
look like when this happens? We haven't seen you cast this.
Similar to what we just saw with hands breaking free from the stone to hurt people. Now hands are breaking free from the stone to try and slow and restrain the Arknight's movements.
It's like
These
they're all
spiritual
gripping
skeletal-
onto just his right arm, his sword arm. They're trying to delay.
And glad I have the contingency band attuned right now. I will give Topirian a greater healing potion. as a
Fucking
bonus
yes.
action, which I believe is 4d4 plus 9 because of my Paraton.
Indeed.
You played out of that.
Where's my other thing?
Yeah.
This plus 9. 4, 4, 1, 1. Very even. So I think that's 19 healing to you, Telperion.
Thank you.
So that was 5 feet of movement. I'm concentrating, but I don't want to be too far from you guys.
We can teleport, so it doesn't matter.
You're not wrong. I'll go here. And then my turn.
Get armor off of a dude.
And I am, let's say,
Command. Strip.
concentrate.
Yeah, so you got to do that for 10 minutes straight.
That is my turn. Action, bonus action, movement.
That do it for Toby.
That's it.
Roulette, you are up.
Yeah, I know. Very quick thing. See, if you'll let me make a potential Arcana check. In working with Toby, we learned that we're not allowed to like divine and like sense Celestial. So some
Divinor.
properties of like Celestial.
Divinor, specifically.
Oh,
It's a little different.
That
a
was
little lesser.
Divinor.
A little lesser.
the medallion is Divinor, not Celestial.
We have nothing of Celestial.
Okay.
Correct.
That was what I asked, but I was confused. Okay, maybe a quick check. From all the repelling that's happening, no, I'm just gonna fucking do it. I don't even care. I'm gonna walk up to him. 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna reach out my hand. I'm gonna rest my hand on his head, and as I do it, I'm gonna sprinkle a bunch of gold dust on top of his helmet, and I'm gonna cast a movable object on the helm.
Understood. You do so, and you feel no connection. Your magic gold is not expended because the spell didn't take hold on the helmet.
Okay.
I give up. Am done.
Bonus action?
No, I have nothing.
Anything bonus?
Actually, yeah, I'll cast branding. No, because then I'm just gonna be concentrating on something we're gonna lose when he hits me. End of turn.
Telperion, you're up.
Should have done it on the other thing.
I cast Detect Thoughts as I ask him, so how do we penetrate this armor?
Very cool. Intelligence save?
Not for the initial.
Surface level thoughts. Surface level thoughts.
Scorn. Dismissal.
You do get hatred and frustration. And the word armor, he does think about his armor, and in his mind's eye, he envisions it like splinters of cracks appearing. But that's the only surface level thought you get on the matter.
So then wisdom save for
Wisdom
15.
save.
Only a +4 on a natty 20.
Inspiration. Reroll, please.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
let's
super
hop
valid.
zooms.
That's
Let's hop
super-
zooms.
Oh my god.
Go with that one.
Okay. Raining roll right now is a nat 20, being forced to reroll per inspiration. New whiz check. Save.
We negate this in any way.
I got nothing. I used all my shit.
What did he roll? He rolled a 12.
What's your save?
15.
15. Ooh.
With a +4, that's unlikely.
You rolled a 20 and a 12. Like, probability may indicate you have a okay shot at trying again, but it's a bold risk.
I mean, it was my action and my once per day spell, and we have no way of knowing how to get through this armor without it. I have one more inspiration, and I might use it. Because right now, we have zero ideas how to penetrate this armor, and he's going to start killing us in a second.
+4 on a DC 15 has a 50-50 chance. He succeeded twice. I feel...
If I use my inspiration, I'm just going to be shields down for the rest of the fight, as in, like, no more higher control of anything. Does anyone even have an inspiration left? Not
Nope.
that
Yeah, I can. If we really want to use it, I can use one.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for after this, because I'll be the one to burn it. I'm using my last one.
Yes, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I just
I'm trying to always at least have 3, so that we can get somebody up with all 3 of them if we need to.
great. I use my I'm like sitting here psychically contesting him, and I use my last inspiration for one more telekinetic or telepathic attack.
No. Oh. I almost want to do this, but I feel like it's Am I allowed to say it, Critter?
What?
Just
You're
say-
welcome to say whatever you have in your brain right now.
Indomitable.
Oh, he's got Indomitable
He's
left.
got one more. Or
One.
did he have 2 more? He had
He had
one
2 more.
Indomitable,
He has-
2 more action.
You've seen him.
surges.
You've seen him do it once, at least.
We have to get him out of him.
Okay, then yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying. Like,
we have
that's-
no
If-
strategy.
If this is something
build
he's
off.
gonna Indomitable, then it's worth doing.
Okay.
I use my last inspiration to try to make that reroll.
If it's something he's gonna Indomitable, I think
Now use
that's
this is
worth
my
inspiring.
I appreciate the investment in all of this, and I encourage patience and understanding this is a skill challenge essentially to learn in a sense. Okay. Another whiz save.
Eh?
That is a fail.
I'm in there a little.
He will use his second
Oh, it's the other way around.
Indomitable. He will use his second Indomitable of the day. Reigning roll right now is a 14 total. He gets one more try. He can't Indomitable and Indomitable.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, I thought it was just like the fighters thing. Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
You would have just slapped me if I made that noise.
Nat 1. When
I'm
the
going
Arc
in
Knight
there with
fails,
fury that he's holding
when-
this Celia's sword.
when
right
the Arc Knight fails a saving throw,
now. No.
he will legendary resistance. However, you get a piece of information with this legendary resistance. Appearing on his helmet, a jagged mar on through the helmet's exterior, a crack, and a bright beam of light shines from his face now with this splintered web-like crack. Part of his celestial armor has been damaged by using a legendary resistance. Whether that's the only way it can be damaged or not, that is a way it has just been damaged.
Cute. Go for the head.
Ugh! You hear a grunt of frustration as he allowed his armor
Good
to be
shit, Telperion.
partially injured by a magical circumstance. He succeeds the wisdom save. You do not penetrate deeper into his thoughts, but you did make a difference here.
For what it's worth, I'll then bonus action.
Healing potion, second wind.
Well, yeah, I was gonna quick toss, but I don't. Okay. 'Cause I don't think I can do more than that. But is he stunned right now?
He's
He
lethargic.
is
lethargic
lethargic
from base
until the
ending.
end of his next turn.
And lethargic means what?
Can't take actions
take
or
action.
move until the end of his next turn.
Okay.
So if he has a bonus action,
He can't take actions or move. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and it says lowercase a actions, which to me, I think we've had this conversation
Bonus
before,
three.
means all actions, bonus actions, reactions, anything.
All right, I'm gonna quick toss and I'm gonna grab the vapor bomb and chuck it at him.
Okay. What has to happen? What does he need to do? What do you need to do?
Well, first I need to hit
Okay, improvised thing. Okay.
attack roll.
I think, read the thing.
It's an improvised attack roll with advantage. I meant to say advantage? Question mark.
No, he does not. You do not have advantage.
Move up.
I don't have advantage even though he can't move.
The haste, being lethargic, does not grant advantage. to you.
Oh.
He's
okay.
not. He's not
Stunned.
Paralyzed. Or
Oh, but I can
restrained.
make this as a punch then, right?
Oh,
but not as a quick toss.
Yeah, not as quick toss. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'll. I could action surge to try to get another saving throw out of him, a legendary resistance out of him.
Do it.
Then I can punch him with it. Hang on, I gotta read the file. Vapor bomb, improvised weapon. On your turn, you can replace one of your attacks to. It says to throw this improvised weapon out of maximum reach, but can I punch him with it? We've talked about that before.
It's a
Or is it
ranged attack, so it would
Okay.
be disadvantage if you tried to use it within 5 feet of him.
Got it. And is a weapon attack. An improvised weapon attack is.
Yeah, so no proficiency.
And it said it
bonus, just your
replaces one of your
strength.
attack. So if you
He
action
used his.
surge, then you
yeah.
could have a weapon attack in there. I don't know
I
if
could-
that's what you were
oh,
considering.
yeah. Well, I just more of don't want to throw this really high resource with
Sure,
simply
sure.
with no advantage, but I don't know how better I'm going to get advantage to do it.
Fly above him and attack down. Is like the way to do range stuff is all I know.
Sorry, I'm taking so long, guys. I'm going to
Killing it.
bonus action, and yeah, I'll just chuck the vapor bomb at him.
Okay.
Raw d20.
And d20 plus 5.
21 to hit.
You do hit. Part of his AC has also been minorly reduced.
The haste. Yeah. Fuck.
Well, the haste and an injury sustained with his celestial armor as well, which has a couple implications.
If you hit a creature, it takes 1d4 piercing damage, so 2 piercing damage.
You see,
And-
none of the jagged shards deal any damage to this individual.
He must make a DC 20 con saving throw or be stunned for 1 minute. If anyone has inspiration, this also might be
Oh,
worth it.
100%.
Constitution saving throw.
Plus 12. 21, so that's a success. Oh, plus 12 for inspiration. I don't know how justified that is.
What's
This
the
is
D-
a,
I agree with the importance of it, but plus 12 is so unlikely. Not to disregard it, but
Wait, what's the DC? Is it 13?
20.
20.
20.
He's
It is
stunned for a full
it is
minute.
a very potent fey toxin in this gaseous form.
He's stunned for a minute, and most importantly, we need to make him do his legendary resistances to hurt his armor more. So, like, making legendary resistance is the only way that we so far know his armor is shredding.
1 through 7 roll.
Yeah. Which isn't, I mean,
Possible.
if we do that 3 times,
His stats are so high, we're gonna always be having to fuck with these kind of like
and
odds.
and then the only counterpoint I would say is having some inspiration to get people up isn't going to be important here if he can just consistently put us back down.
Last point, the
That's my
save
only-
that he is making has to be bad enough that he wants to use the resistance, and this is horrible. Stunned for a full minute, and if he makes it by less than 5, he's paralyzed until the end of his next turn. On top of that,
Alright, I'll use one.
Okay. Use a point of inspiration. I will re-roll his con save.
Right.
That is a success.
that's my turn. I'll move, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just gonna strafe over here, and now in my turn.
Jiri, you are up.
Alright, we're gonna see if that crack makes a difference. Jiri is gonna aim for it.
Thanks for trying, Tim.
Yep. Advantage?
Yes, you are flanking. Yep. $25 does hit.
24 damage.
24 damage.
Maybe
You
get the head,
carve,
grab the
you
crack.
carve into the head and sink your blade in a little bit, further damaging and connecting with this individual and slashing a little bit further through the celestial armor. You deal 12 damage to the Arcanite.
The first hit.
Yes.
Alright, let's swing it in for a second hit.
We're basically done.
This is so epic.
And we're at 4 hours, so we'll feel this out.
No.
With a 17, you connect a little bit, and although lethargic, he just adjusts his posture right a little bit so that you can't hit that same gash in his helmet, and your blade harmlessly impacts off it, bouncing, the lightning crackling harmlessly over and dispersing throughout his armor. 0 damage sustained.
Lightning, no damage.
0 damage total.
And then as my bonus action and also Shaggy's bonus action, we are both going to take the dodge action. I will use key point to do that.
Okay. Key point dodge. Shaggy will use his action to dodge. Got it. The Arc Knight slowly and with difficulty forces himself to retain his earlier posture, and at the end of his turn will no longer be lethargic. Rome, it is your turn.
All right.
He needs to make a con save for my holding back his sword arm thing. It's at
Okay,
the
it's
end of
at
his
this
turn.
at end of his turn. Perfect. Con save.
Yes. Success. So
That is a success. So he frees his arm at the end from the grips of those spirits clawing through the breach. Rome, you are up.
Worst con save you can put on him. Or save.
I know.
His whiz save is his worst one, we found out. In.
Is for hints.
What's his con save, actually? I'm writing it down.
Con is 12, like his strength.
I
Well,
have a lot
strength
of
is-
con saves, not a lot of, or deck saves.
The strength was plus 15 or
No,
17 or something.
It was
Dex
14.
14.
It was plus 14 strength.
Yeah, it will.
If possible, do you guys want to just go a little further until we hit top of initiative and call it there?
Yeah, we
very
can
close
go.
to that.
Yeah, I have a lot of con saves and deck saves, but
Dex
nothing-
is fine.
I thought Dex was high too.
We haven't seen a Dex from him yet. And he's so
We need-
strength and con focus, I would imagine it's not incredible.
Hit him with the Dex.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with tidal wave.
Oof. Ooh.
Where are you positioning your tidal wave?
Maybe not tidal wave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
watch this, watch this.
couldn't I do it like this?
Oh wait,
Couldn't
you
I do it
could.
like this?
No, yeah, exactly like that.
Like this. So I
Okay.
catch on the end of it.
You're either gonna be in its space, or if not, I think it's gonna have to
Oh,
include
wait.
Telperion.
No, Rome, scoot like one over and then 2 down and then do north of you.
Move there first.
That should work.
Yeah, right like that. But move. Oh, yeah. I'll wave to him as he goes by. Huh.
And then, okay, and then we're gonna do it that way. All right, let's do that.
Nice.
So it's a deck save.
Freed from his lethargy, he will quickly reach out, and you feel like an arcane grip around your throat in your attempt to mutter this incantation is potentially thwarted. He will roll for this one, not using his max level spell slot, but he will attempt to counterspell.
Say what?
What level of spell is Tidal Wave? If it's 4th and lower, actually, it's auto-dispelled. He is using a 4th level spell slot for this.
Tidal wave's the third level spell.
Third. With that, as you're trying to get the incantation out, your voice is snuffed out from you as he's like gripping it arcanely from a distance, and he will counterspell your Tidal Wave.
All right. That still takes a spell slot, right?
It will take him a spell slot and uses his reaction.
But it also.
And
does-
yes, your spell slot is lost, yes.
I
Okay.
should be going for Bane instead of having his... Because I was thinking half damage is really good, but also chance to hit and saves together.
I mean, I wouldn't give up your concentration on the spell until he makes you.
He just did, so I'm going to do Bane.
Oh,
He,
he makes it.
he succeeded.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he
I
succeeded
didn't
from the
get
spell.
rid of my-
Yeah, Bane's a great idea because we're trying to get throws out of him, so it's our target.
All right,
Rome, anything
well,
with a bonus action otherwise?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to spend my soul die to motivate my allies as a bonus action. I'll
Very
spend
cool.
a full die, 1d10, and then I'll grant 3 of you temporary hit points equal to the number rolled.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll.
I don't need it.
Give it
Well, I
to
know that Selperion.
give it to Selperion, Toby,
I
Jiri
mean, I
or
could
Rom?
take-
Yeah, Rom.
and give it to yourself.
Yeah,
Yourself. Yeah.
that sounds great.
No way.
Oh. Dang.
Well, you get
Fortunate.
solid 1.
Yeah.
It
You're
could
welcome.
matter.
Bonus action for 3 HP is not terrible.
Yeah,
Will that do it for Rome?
yeah, that's it.
At the end of your turn, the Arc-Knight will use his third and final villain action. Formidable indeed, but not enough. A shame. And he will sweep out with 4 strikes immediately. Strike at Roulette, strike at the Spectre, strike at Jiri, and strike at Rome, in that order.
Disadvantage on Jiri.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me why?
Dodge.
Dodge, yes, indeed.
And your carpet dodge? Oh.
Uh,
Not
and there are some secondary effects here in a second, but we'll roll it. This is at Roulette. This is at the Spectre. This disadvantage is at Jiri. And this is at Rome.
Sick.
Can I let it hit me?
You're welcome to let it hit you. As soon as it hits you, you are subjected to a strength save. I need you to make. Let's see what else we got here real quick. The Spectre will need to make a Dex save.
Oh, this is cool.
And Jiri will need to, if it hits you, make a Wisdom save.
I might
And then
use-
Rome also, I need a Strength
I guess
save.
so. But pause.
What?
Just a quick pause
Yeah, so
before
see-
anything else happens.
So
I
subsequent effects may happen, but yeah, Roulette, what you got cooking?
I am going to let it hit me. And as I let it hit me, I go up to like block with my flail, but I let it hit my arm, and then I light up the flail real bright, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or
Okay,
be blinded.
gotcha.
DC 17.
Which number were you?
I was first.
Fuck yeah.
Which,
Christ.
whatever.
He will succeed. So Roulette, you'll potentially take 25 damage, 17 slashing, 8 radiant, and then I need you to make a strength save, please. What
You
is
mean
his
Buffalo
DC?
Girl.
Does not meet the DC.
God
you are
damn
knocked. You are knocked
I-
prone.
Ooh. Do I want to let him?
Spectre will need to make a Dex save.
Dex save on the way.
And he takes
Teleport.
14 slashing and 6 radiant.
I
I don't
did
know if
not
radiant has anything with him.
To roll that with advantage. So you want me to
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll a single
just
d20.
re-roll it? Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
No worries. That will not hit the DC. The Spectre does not actually have a weapon, so is therefore not disarmed. Jiri, does a 20 hit you?
I'm gonna use my reaction to block it with my cloud arms, increasing my AC to 21.
Very cool. Barely his blade glancing off your magical defense for a moment. You do not need to make your
Nice.
whiz save. You do not need to make your whiz save, and then Rome 31 to hit, and I need a strength save from you.
Come on, Rome, you can do it.
Oh,
That will not hit the DC. You are pushed all the way back into the wall from the force of his final strike there.
And how much damage am I taking?
You take 31 damage, 19 slashing, and 12 radiant.
Does her
And then-
flame shield trigger?
It
I'm
will
dead.
trigger, yes.
You're
Go
dead.
ahead and roll your 2d8 for Flame Shield.
Four.
Once again, harmlessly wicking off of his Celestial armor. That will do it for his villain action.
I'm also dead.
Down. Yeah.
Down.
Oh.
Rome will fall unconscious,
Kobe Rama didn't do any healing.
and the Spectre has an opportunity to move. It's just now struck by 20 points of damage. I don't know if it's vulnerable to radiant or anything, but there are 14 slashing, magical slashing, and 6 radiant. And yeah, so it is the Spectre's turn right now.
Is he vulnerable?
Oh,
He
yeah,
is-
that we're good.
No.
Okay, so just
Come
20
on.
points of damage to the Spectre then.
Okay, he's gonna try to suck this guy's life essence again, like he did last
Okay.
time.
Okay. He is welcome to reposition if you would so
Yeah, he's
like.
gonna move behind Jiri to get an advantageous position while sucking.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your attack.
21.
21 will hit.
All right, he'll get in there right on that
Anything he
crack.
can do? Nope.
Suck out of there.
Okay. For 10 necrotic damage. So once again, although your amorphous specter is able to hit, he deals 0 damage
Can I shield
to
Rome?
this individual. You're welcome to if you would like to. Yes.
Okay, hang on. No one say anything.
Yeah, you got to make this decision and choose to go ahead and roll that or not.
When's Toby going next? Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Not yet.
'Cause
Spectre
I also don't want to
finding,
roll it,
yeah.
waste it, and then not actually help.
Spectre is successfully finding gaps in this interlocking armor, but is unable seemingly to hinder the Arknight and damage him.
I mean, he's got
That-
like 20. You got to get above 20 to even damage him.
Or keep making him use his shit.
It is top of initiative. I think for continuity's sake, Telperion, let's not make a tactician change now. We'll do that fresh for next time if you'd like to. But you guys are just starting to start to learn capabilities of Celestial armor and poke around at this fairly daunting enemy. And we will pick things up from here next time.
Yikes.
Once I action surge, almost all my resources are like low.
Dude, I can't believe we've been so con loaded.
Forcing saving throws and stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
All the best spells are
like
con.
the things we've wanted to happen were the things he's best or second best at resisting.
Yeah.
Roland, how much did you go down by?
What do
Like
you
how much hit was it over 0?
It was over 0.
Yeah, how
wow.
much extra damage did you take?
Oh, 6.
So I would have had to roll at least a 3.
Yeah, you probably could have done that, but
Yeah.
you could have pulled it off, but you prioritize the way you're going to prioritize, which is fine.
Yeah.
So you guys
Oh,
have
that's fine.
I am
Successfully
better at
hit
healing
him
when they're
and
unconscious, so
you've successfully hit him and injured him. You have burned through 2 Indomitables, an arcane charge, and a legendary resistance. He does not have any more villain actions available. He has used all
Used
3 of them.
some really high spells.
That's true, Toby. It sounded like you were gonna say more.
Probably should have just smited him.
This
by
feels
accident.
less impressive of a showing by us than I think it is.
I think that happens literally every time a party goes against a big bad who can mitigate their strongest things. Like it becomes a battle of attrition of like how many good things can you make sure to get in to challenge
But
them.
also, I think we're pushing him right. He doesn't seem pushed or stressed, but I think we are pushing him further than he probably has been in years, which doesn't feel like we're seeing that yet, but I think it's true.
Yeah, when Rome vicious mockeried him, that was bad.
Yeah, the contagion was really cool.
This spell was dope.
Oh yeah, contagion is fun.
Yeah, getting rid of his haste too was fabulous.
We didn't
Yeah,
even.
ch-
He did
yeah,
that.
He did that.
choosing to sacrifice his haste so that he didn't fall to the contagion I think that was a cool moment. Telperion, I think I want to give point of inspiration